I don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I'd lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't wait for a single reason not to say goodbye. Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide? Don't know what to do anymore. I'm out of options, nothing's working. I'm out of service. Come help me now, I'm fucking nervous. I'm trying but can't scratch the surface. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I'd lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shoes on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't wait for a single reason not to say goodbye.
What's up, everyone? Hope everybody is well and okay. A little bit of different environment. I'm in a chilling mode. I'm in a kickback mode. And you know what time it is. You all know what time it is. That's right. That is right. It's cigar time. I've got my hair cut as well, as you can see. But it's that cigar time. It is time to reflect, to look back, to kind of soak in what we have just achieved. I'll be honest. What have we just achieved? I've got my drink. I've got my cigar. I got my little ashtray. Oh. I got my little chocolate. I'm ready today. I am ready to break it down with you guys. I'm gonna let everybody join the chat today. Let me say my 2 pence, and then I'm gonna let everybody come up to the stream and break it down with me. I mean, firstly, what a fantastic game in terms of obviously achievement, what we've achieved. God damn, I look good, man. God damn, I look good, man. The trim is, oh man, the trim is so. It's hot, man. It's hot. PH Barbers, man. PH Barbers. Make sure you follow them on Instagram. PH Barbers. That's all you gotta type. PH Barbers. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, me, Saeed, one of our other friends, we all traveled to London for the game. Everybody was nervous. I wasn't. I've been saying that we're gonna win. I've been saying that I think we have it in us. I think Ten Hag is gonna get the players to respond. You know, the hairdryer effect. He used the hairdryer effect, and it worked well. The hairdryer effect worked well, and every player turned up. They all turned up when it really mattered. They turned up because look, the first thing first, we didn't concede a goal. We didn't have to, we stayed in the game. You play the game that is in front of you. You play the game that is in front of you. You can't, you play to the level that the opposition is playing. And Brighton, they tried to break our attack. They tried to break our defense numerous times. Mitoma versus Bissaka, Solimarsh versus Dallo. They tried many, many times. And guess what? They failed. I repeat, they failed to score. David De Gea made some good saves. I think it was 2, if I'm not mistaken. You guys can correct me. He made 2 very good saves. He got clattered as well. Welbeck trying. Couldn't get anything. McAllister and Caicedo trying. Couldn't do anything. Enciso, I think I pronounced. Julio tried. Couldn't do nothing. All of these players tried. All of these players tried and couldn't do anything. I mean, there were some Brighton players that weren't even on the pitch. Literally. There were some Brighton players that did not look like they were on the pitch. I'll be very honest. They looked like they were missing. They looked like they weren't playing. I don't know what. Brighton were good in terms of staying in the game as well and defending and playing through the midfield and passing. Sure, they played well, like a well-oiled machine. They did. But we defended like a well-oiled machine as well. Don't take that away from our team. They performed well. They did okay. But so did we, because the game was 0-0. That's the fact of it. It was like, people got onto me because I said the game was boring. But in all honesty, the game at times was a bit boring for me. From a match, from watching it in the stadium, I'll be very honest with you, there were long periods of time when people were like, just quiet. Long periods of times when people were literally just quiet, silent, doing nothing. Literally doing nothing. It's our back line. How has Lindelof and Dallo managed to, Lindelof and Shaw managed to do that? I will never, ever, ever know. They have never been partnered together, ever. Let that sink in. Lindelof and Luke Shaw have never been partnered together. Never. First time against a team that averaged 3rd most possession in the league after Arsenal and City, or City and Arsenal. It's Brighton who keep the most possession average. And they still held out. I have no idea how. I really don't. They were through on goal a couple of times. But they still couldn't get a proper shot on goal and get a goal or make David De Gea panic or whatever. Nothing. They had some free kicks. Nothing throughout the game. Nothing. From our side, though, as much as we won the game, and all is good, couple things I do want to raise. I'll just go through the chat quickly. Big up Woodward with the super chat. Thank you very much for obviously the picture, and also thank you very much for the super chat as well. You're always showing support. Mitoma fish and chips hit different. If you don't know about the Mitoma fish and chips, go and check out on my Twitter media. Woodward, who's our resident picture kind of editor, has made a picture of Mitoma fish and chips, and I tell you what, it's fucking funny. It's funny. But yeah, listen. Marcus Rashford didn't have a good game. Martial had an okay game. I'll be honest, had an okay game. Wasn't good, though. Wasn't good. Had an okay game. Rashford had an okay game. Anthony, yet again. Anthony Santos. What a player he is. right foot, left foot, beating his man, being direct, slowing down when he needs to, passing when he needs to. His final third decision is sometimes a bit off. Sometimes. His final third decision making, not always the case. And his also shooting needs to be better. At least if it's not going in, at least make the keeper work. Because when it's on target, boy, is it on target. When it's on target, it's really on target. But he doesn't make the keeper work, and I need him to make the keeper work a little bit more. But overall, he was the best player for Man United until he got subbed off. He was the best player. Jadon Sancho, decent cameo. Had a decent cameo, I can't lie. Decent cameo. Casemiro, solid, but getting booked for pathetic stuff. Shouldn't have been getting booked. The referee was awful as it is. I mean, it took how many tackles and challenges and whatever until they decided to give Brighton a yellow card. It was pathetic. It was really pathetic. Everybody else, Bruno, I know the ice. This is one thing we need to talk about this. Penalties and all of that. Okay, penalties is a hit and miss. You score, and you hope for your keeper to make a save. That's all you can do. Penalty, everybody scored. Love that. You guys know me. I hate players that can't take penalty or that miss penalty. I can't. You cannot miss penalty in my eyes. Like spot kicks have to go in. That's a must for me. For Faz, for my things, spot kicks have to go in. But Ten Hag didn't take Bruno off until very late, and I didn't like that. Again, tactical, of course. That's his call. That's how he managed the team. But is he? The damage is done. Sure, he's injured. But did Ten Hag risk throwing him in the fire by keeping him on that long and kind of giving him more stress on his injury? Can someone comment down below what is the injury, what got injured, and how long he's out for? Because I am not fully aware as of yet. I know he's injured. I know it's going to be a while till he's back, or a little while till he's back. He's icing it. He's in a boot as well. He's in a boot, so I don't know what's gonna really happen. But someone comment down below. He's on crutches. Yeah, that's right. Bisaka did very good. Yeah. I'm gonna add the stream link as well, so people can join the stream today. Obviously, it's a celebration stream. We're through the final, so people should be able to join. So there you go. The link is now in the chat. If you want to join the stream, click the link and join the chat. Join. But yeah, moving on. I don't know, man. It's his ankle or foot, yeah, something like that. I don't think it's precautionary. It looks like a bad damage. I can't lie. But yeah, we'll hope that it's nothing major and he comes back okay. But he's gonna miss the next game, which is against Spurs away. He's gonna miss it unless it's what Rajat is saying, and it's just a swollen ankle that needs icing down and resting. But then again, I don't think he plays on. Actually, yeah, you don't play on the weekend. Don't think he's playing on the weekend at all. Not on the weekend. I think on the weekday. Sorry, against Spurs. I don't think he's playing because it's too early. It's too early, and rather not risk him. Want him for that FA Cup final. And want him towards the last few games of the season, solidify top 3. Yeah, so keep that. I want to talk a bit about Lindelof. I'll be honest. Lindelof hasn't had the best time in Manchester United. Let's be honest. A very, not even up, just a plateau and down, and then up a little bit, and then down, and up a little bit, and then down. People want to sell him. Some people want to keep him as a bench. But yesterday, this is something I want to dissect with you guys. Yesterday, he played with a person that he has never been partnered with. He has never, ever been partnered with Luke Shaw. Yet he managed to hold it down against Mitoma, against Solimarsh against Welbeck, who's Welbeck is, he's okay. He's not the best, but he's better than he was. Against Julio, McAllister, all of these players, they held it down. Griggs, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well and okay.
What's up, bro?
And hope you're over the moon because I did troll you with the penalty streak. We all did. I instigated it. I said to the group chat, I said, "Go and I know you. I know how you are in during games, and you obviously you're excited or hyped or angry." But I wanted to come and give it to you because, by the way, I was the same in the stadium. I was the exact same. I said, don't want pens. Fucked it, lost. People started leaving. Yeah, people started leaving. But just before you break it down, let me read the super chat from Kabi. Nice cut, G. Feeling yesterday's result. If we win FA Cup, I will give 20 memberships. Well, thank you very, very much. Hashtag OnlyFaz. Well, I really, really, really hope that we win the FA Cup. I actually think we will. I do think. But Griggs, break down the elephant in the room, which is Lindelof. How he managed to do that with a player he's never played in a partnership before. Griggs, you there? Oh, he's frozen. You're back?
I think I'm back.
Yeah, okay.
I
Yeah.
think I'm good. All right. My bad. With Lindelof, yeah, that was an amazing performance. I think he was really good against Sevilla too. He was good against. I think he played against Forest as well last week. So it's been a good stretch of games for him, and just good reactive defending. Any ball that came near him, he just cleared out and he handled his task well. Obviously, I'm not gonna say that he's some like long-term option. I'm not gonna like fall for that. I still think if a good offer comes in the summer for him, I would take it personally. If that was up to me, but he's a solid depth center back. That's his role. That's what he's tasked to do. If we get an injury, which we have with Varane and Licha, obviously, he needs to come in and do a job, and he did that yesterday. And if any person deserved to score that winning penalty yesterday, it was him, because for me, him and Basaka were our two best players, so he deserved to score that pen, and it was a beautiful pen, top bins from a center back. So he was really good. And you mentioned all the Brighton players that they have that are so talented in attack. Danny Welbeck, we saw the first game of the season at Old Trafford. He gave us a tough task. Mitoma, you've heard me talk about him.
I mean, you love Mitoma so much.
Yeah.
You and Ricky. I mean, you guys absolutely.
But you know what? On Mitoma, bro, his dissertation thesis didn't have an answer for Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, that's a different thesis. Wan-Bissaka's got to do his own dissertation on 1v1 defending. But Lindelof did amazing. And a couple of people tweeted this yesterday. That back four needs to be a back four for the rest of the season. No Maguire, no Malacia. I would trust Shaw, Lindelof as center backs, Wan-Bissaka right back, and Dowell left back. I would stick with that back four for the rest of the season. I think it's good enough balance, and they kind of all have an understanding of each other.
I want to touch on, obviously, my best friend. No, I'm joking. Dallo, how he plays that left back position. I don't understand. Like, again, people, I have been a person who's talked about fullbacks before, and people have told me they can play left back. I'm like, they can, and Dallo's showing that. How? Because again, he's not been the best when it comes to crossing. He's not been the best when it comes to going forward. He's been okay. He's not been the best defensively. He's been good. Everything's been good, but playing out of your position, also playing best football of your kind of career at the start of the season at your favorite position, injury, coming back, shaky, left back.
I mean, if people know, when he went to loan at Milan, he played left back. That was his position. He didn't play right back. Calabria, that was his spot. So left back, I think Teo was injured a couple of games. So for cup games, it was all Dallo left back. I think even against us in Europa, he played at left back. And he's a player that could do that because his weak foot isn't really bad. He has a strong foot. So yeah, it's just something that I know he could do. And that inverted role that Erik ten Hag has for the left backs of sort, it favors him because he doesn't have to be a touchline fullback. He could just cut in and he'll be on his right foot, so it's favored. But I do agree with you. The final third, that's his downfall. And if he's gonna want to be secured as a starting Manchester United fullback, that's the next step, because for me to be a fullback, you need to have some kind of final output. Because even for me, Wan-Bissaka has better output in the final third than Diogo Dalot, and we've all been critical of Wan-Bissaka like on the ball, but when it comes to the final third to deliver a ball across the box, I trust Wan-Bissaka more than I do Dalot. To be honest with you, no disrespect to Dalot, but I just
Not
think
true.
that's the weakness of his game. But defensively, I still think he has good awareness in the air. He's impeccable. I still remember that game against Brentford last year where he won like 7 aerial duels or something like that. So I trust him in the air. I trust him at the back post. So he's a good
Dalot,
fullback.
Dalot's crosses are always overhit.
Yeah, it's
Always.
just technique or something. He needs to work on the technique of it or something. I think maybe his balance isn't right because like yesterday there were a couple crosses that he put in. He just didn't look like he was in the right balance. It's kind of like he was falling over. So obviously when you're falling over, maybe you put a little too much power in it and just kept stealing over the player's head. So it's just something he has to work on in the summer preseason. We saw what Ten Hag did with Wan-Bissaka in the one touch, two touch in terms of training that. So you could train on your cross. That's just ball striking, and Dowell has good ball striking. We've seen him score goals outside the box. So it's not something that's unfixable. He just has to work on it in the summer. Just instead of working on other things, just focus on that. It's just simple football mechanics really that just need to be fixed.
How did you find Caicedo against us? I mean, we had a very experienced midfield. Our midfield wasn't inexperienced. It was
Yeah.
it was high caliber players. Bruno, you had Ericsson, you had Champions League Casemiro. 20 years old or 19? Caicedo 20.
He might be 20. I think he's 20.
A 20-year-old young boy, young man, who's not even biologically finished developing, has dropped an absolute performance of his life against Manchester United. That performance will be remembered. He was so good in that midfield. We couldn't get anywhere near him. We just couldn't pick the ball off him. We barely, unless we fouled him.
Yeah. First half he was really good. The second half, I'm not gonna lie. Once Fred came on, the lights got bright for Caicedo.
But that happened a lot later.
Yeah.
A lot later.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I said first half. First 60 minutes, he was really good. We couldn't get past him. We couldn't get near him. That's why I really want him. I said this guy, people always think that Caicedo is not good on the ball. There's this stereotype of him not being good on the ball. The dude is really good on the ball. Obviously, when he's getting pressed, he still needs to kind of work on that, but he's still a young midfielder. It's not something that comes easy to a player. Winning duels, that guy can win the ball back like the best of them. That's why for long term he's obviously a 6, but he's just good. And once he gets past you, he can run. That guy has an engine for days. I watched him at the World Cup for Ecuador. He was a man amongst boys in the midfield when he played against Frankie de Jong, for example. He was probably the best midfielder on the pitch in that game, so he could do it. But like I said, I don't think he got voted man of the match on TV. I don't think he was man of the match, to be honest, because like I said, when Fred came on, Erik ten Hag's task was to stop Caicedo in that build-up. Because once we stopped Caicedo, they couldn't build up as easy as they were for the first 60 minutes. And Caicedo, we showed his weaknesses because he's obviously, like you said, he's only 20 years old, so he's obviously not the complete midfielder yet. He's always going to have a glaring weakness, and Erik ten Hag exposed that by putting Fred on him because we've all seen what Fred could do to midfielders with his pressing. He's done it to great midfielders before. He's done it to Kevin De Bruyne, who's the best of the best, arguably. So that's what happened. But Caicedo, you know how much I love him. Audition for him yesterday, personally for me. He passed.
I think Caicedo, obviously, Brighton outpriced Arsenal in the January window for him. I think if we want to go futuristic with our squad next season, Ten Hag has to look at players like Caicedo. At 20 years old, I am hell-bent on Frankie de Jong. I still think Frankie de Jong is better than Caicedo. Yes. But we need to think of the future. There's Camavinga, there's Chouameni, these type of players. There's Gravenberg. These type of players are going to be playing for, there's Jude Bellingham. For years and years and years to come, they will develop and they will perform at high level. We know what they can do already. Do you think Manchester United should be seriously concerned in, attacking the transfer window with someone like Caicedo being in as like a maybe second option if Frankie doesn't work, or first option and Frankie being the second, whatever?
For me, obviously, Frankie, if he wants to come, number one option. I don't think he wants to come personally. So at that point, dip it, man. We all talk about how we want players to play at Man United because they want to be at Man United, not just here for the paycheck and everything. Obviously, if he comes, it'd be for Erik ten Hag, probably. It wouldn't be for anything else. It won't be the name because we don't know how much he loves Barca. But Caicedo's my number one target, and my number two is a guy at Southampton, Romeo Lavia. Midfielders like Caicedo and Lavia are the jackpot in football in the future because we all remember how people. Obviously, you were there more. You know more than me because you're a little older than me. Midfielder like Vieira, they just had everything. They weren't like a specialist. Like we talk about footballers now with specialists. A midfielder like Vieira, Roy Keane, they had every single attribute that you need from a midfielder. And you're starting to see that a little bit more with midfielders now. Like Camavinga, for example. Camavinga can play every single midfield position to the T. He has every attribute.
He can play. He can play fullback.
And he can play fullback, which is kind of a new evolution. Fullback, center mids can kind of play fullback now. Center backs can play fullback. It's such weird football evolution. And for me, someone like Lavia and Caicedo have everything. They could. Well, I don't think they could play the 10 personally, but they could play the 6 and the 8, and they could do that to a high caliber. So if maybe I don't want to break the bank for Caicedo, I'm all for it. But if you want to go for the cheap alternative, probably half the price, I think Lavia will be, but it will be a bidding war because Caicedo, his price will knock out a lot of teams. Lavia will be at about 40 mil. Every single Big Six club will go for that guy. Chelsea already
really think Lavia is that good.
I think bro. I seen him every single big game that I watched Southampton play. He's deserved to be on that pitch with the best of them. Against Arsenal, Thomas Partey, he's looking for a walk. Martin Odegaard was in hell against Lavia on Saturday.
If Southampton get relegated,
they're done. They're gone. It's over.
His price tag should be a lot lower.
No, because City have a buyback for next year, so Southampton are going to use that as the pricing point. But it kicks in next year, so they can't buy him this summer. They can't trigger it this summer. It's for next year. But Southampton are going to use that as a buying point, for example. And if they see every Big Six club coming for him, they're obviously not going to lower his price. They're going to be like, you want him, come get him. You're the Big Six. You got the money to spend. And he's a Belgian international as well. It's not like he's some young kid. The guy's established in the first team now. So I love him, though. He's a tremendous player.
Bruno's injury. What do we know about Bruno's injury so far? I mean, it's an ankle injury, seems like a foot injury. He was wobbling pretty much all game, midway through first half, second half as well. But my goodness, this guy's, I said it many months ago. I've been critical of Bruno. I've been critical of his output and his creativity and his ability in the 10 position. But in the 8 and below, he is fantastic. But I just wanted to say his pain threshold, I think this guy likes pain. You know them people who like pain. He performs better when he's in pain. It's crazy. Go on.
I've heard his ankle looks swollen up, obviously. It looks like a balloon at that point. For Bruno to get subbed off means that he couldn't play anymore. Because otherwise he would have stayed on for the full 120 minutes. That's how much Eric Ten Hag trusts Bruno, and that's how much Bruno wants to play. So that guy does not like getting subbed off. He doesn't like getting benched. He doesn't like resting. I remember when Michael Carrick rested him for a game, Bruno was ready to flip his shit. So, obviously his wife posted that picture on Instagram with him kind of like in a boot or something. But knowing Bruno, the guy will be ready for Thursday. He'll take every single pill, steroid, whatever they put Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl, whatever they drugged him up with, he'll play on Thursday and he'll be ready to play. So, but I hope it's not serious because I think Bruno's our most important player. We have covers for every single player in this team except Bruno Fernandes. We do not have another Bruno Fernandes in this team. His backup is in the hospital bed with torn ACL and Donny van de Beek. So there's no one else that can play that 10 role. And it's Bruno. He's the only one that I can trust to make that killer pass in the final third because we lack creativity. We saw how he played against Sevilla without him. So
could we okay. This is again a theory, and it's a very poor theory, and it's not going to work, and it's not going to happen. Could we play Sancho in the 10 with Rashford, Anthony Martial, and Anthony Santos?
We could, but it's just Sancho's intensity.
I mean, let's be honest. We are only playing Spurs. We are only playing Spurs.
I know. I mean, Spurs is the toughest game we have coming up. It's obviously the game on Aston Villa is a tougher test for me. Obviously, the form that they're in, and Brighton next week is a tougher test. So we could probably get without Bruno against Spurs, just long term. We could play Sancho in the 10. Obviously, in terms of ball retention, we'll look a little better, obviously, but just that intensity, I don't trust Sancho. With Bruno, we talk about his on-the-ball qualities and everything, but that might not even be his biggest attribute. What he gets is off the ball. The dude's a one-man press. He's the linchpin of the press. He leads our press. And do you trust Jadon Sancho to lead our press? Let's be serious. No, you don't. No one trusts Sancho to lead our press. So off the ball, we might suffer a little bit, but like you said, it's Spurs. And that team is diabolical on the ball. They're diabolical off the ball. so you could probably get away with it. But I just gotta hope that they don't like show they're gonna have passion on Thursday. Obviously, they've sacked another manager.
Hmm.
Ryan Mason will probably lead his troops a little better than that Cellini guy. Ryan Mason is obviously a former Spurs player. Cellini's just Conte's assistant, so they're gonna probably be a little more amped up. But I trust our quality. So if we have to miss Bruno for one game, it's fine. But we cannot go without him for like the rest of the season. I hope Jadon Sancho turns up that day.
I mean, look, Sancho's welcome, Ronald. Hope you're well and okay. I'm gonna bring you in on this.
Absolutely.
Sancho, look, you talk again. You talk too much about Sancho. People think you're criticizing him, or people think you're being negative. But look, let's be honest and real with ourselves. Jadon Sancho had a decent cameo. At times, he had opportunity to shoot, make the keeper work. He didn't. At times, his passing decision wasn't the best. I remember in midfield, Fred was through into loads of space, and Sancho decided to do some shimmy and collect a foul instead of passing. But he turned up again in terms of he didn't mess up, he didn't cost us a goal or anything, but he tried. As Flame says, he tried. And trying is important. You have to try hard as well. It's important. I think Jadon Sancho understood the magnitude of the game, the team that he's playing, and he started, bringing more out of him. And that's what he needs to do more. Why would he do that against Brighton in the semi-final and not against what game can I say? Forest?
He was good against Forest.
It was
Sevilla
okay.
Sevilla on Thursday, he wasn't that good.
Sevilla, just okay if you want to use Sevilla, but he needs standout performances. Like Anthony's having standout. Not me, obviously, but Anthony has managed to buy this man and Cabello over. That shows it. To buy this man over takes a lot. I'm telling you now. To buy me over, it doesn't. It doesn't. It takes one big game and two big games you bought me, like Lautaro Martinez did. And by the way, I'm holding on to Lautaro Martinez because he got Champions League man of the match. So hold that. And he might stop City, and he might stop City in winning the treble. If City beat Real Madrid, he might actually end up stopping City.
Ain't no Inter Milan. Ain't no Inter Milan beating. Ain't no Inter Milan beating City, bro. Ain't no Inter Milan beating City, bro. Let's be serious.
If Lautaro Martinez, I hope it doesn't get to that, but if Lautaro Martinez beats City, you gotta suck it,
bro. There's only one man in Milan that can stop Man City, and that's Rafael Leao. That's the only man in Milan that can stop that club. That's the only one. Ain't no Lautaro Martinez, man. Lukaku has a better chance of stopping Man City.
Oh God. But look, you have been impressed by Anthony, but let me come to Ronald on this. Ronald, talk to me about Anthony. How has he impressed you or not impressed you? I know that he has impressed you. I think you do like him. Talk to me about Anthony. I mean, what did you make of it of yesterday's performance?
I'll be honest with you. Yesterday, I did not watch the full game. I just watched the highlights
get out of here.
I went for Indian weddings. I went for a wedding on Saturday. I went for an engagement party of a different friend on Sunday.
Okay.
Man was tired. I needed sleep more than a match. I know match gives me depression anyway, so I chose sleep.
Hey, less of that, because Carabao Cup, because FA Cup final, top 3. Come on.
But I'll be honest with you.
Let's not believe
I'm still more. No, absolutely. I'm still trying to find something. Maybe you or mighty Zeus level god like Grizz over here can tell me where it is. I'm trying to find this. Griggs, can you look around? Can you also help me find Mitoma?
He's coming.
Shoot to say Matoma's back in the lab. He's writing a new thesis. This time he will have a. He might have an answer.
I remember someone said,
Ronald, but if it was me, and it was when it came to Lautaro Martinez, you cooked me, Griggs. You cooked me. So now your boys get go on, Ronald.
Give it Matoma. That's fine.
I'm just trying to find where he is and his whereabouts, because I'm not really not seeing anything on timeline. for a man
Zero
like
success, by the way.
Mitoma. I mean,
Zero success. Zero.
see, the thing is that people like new toys, right? A new flashy Pokemon
Let's not
comes
do
on the
that.
market. They like their new toy, and
Yes,
they're like,
great.
I want that. They'll be on the floor. They have 100 toys back home. They'll be on the floor that I want that new shiny toy, because what did Mitoma do for 3 consecutive seasons? And people were telling me that guy can replace Rashford.
Hey, yo, I love Marcus Rashford,
Hey,
but
yo,
Matoma was still
what?
better than him yesterday, by the way.
See,
Let's not get it twisted. Matoma was still
see,
better than him yesterday. Rashford was not good yesterday. Faz, you
who
were at the
went home?
stadium. Faz, you
Who
were at the
went?
stadium yesterday. Rashford was not good. Was not good
Was
yesterday.
almost non-existent.
Yeah, Matoma got locked up by Wan-Bissaka,
Right.
but he still had an impact on the game. There were still a couple chances that he had. Rashford was non-existent yesterday. Before that pen, he did not do anything, and he should have gotten benched, honestly, before Anthony. So let's not use Marcus Rashford as the bargaining and the example here.
How many goals does Mitoma have?
I'm talking about yesterday's game specifically. I'm not saying
How
Matoma's a
many
better player
goals?
than
No,
Rashford.
why is it like when we talk about certain things, it's the whole season, it's the last 10 years.
I never
And
never
then
said
when
Matoma should.
when the
Whoa, first of
conversation
all,
comes
I
to
never
you,
said. Well, first of all, I
it's
never
about
said
last
Matoma
game.
should replace Rashford. I've never
Oh, you
said that
did.
before.
Oh,
No,
you
I did
did.
not. No,
Oh,
I
you
did
did.
not.
You did.
I said Anthony. I did not say
Mbappe,
Rashford. I said
Mitoma,
Anthony.
get me anyone. Get Rashford out of this
Mbappe.
club.
All right, Mbappe.
That
Yeah,
sounds like
that's
you.
the only player. No, I did not. I never said Matoma should replace Rashford.
And I'll be
That's
honest,
cap.
it does sound a little bit like something Griggs would say.
Yeah, I
I'll be
know.
honest. Griggs, when he's angry, he says, "Fucking get these guys out! Just give me Mitoma, man. Give me Victor and all of
Nah,
this."
no, bro. I've never said Matoma over Rashford. I said Matoma over Anthony. I've never said Matoma should be our starting left wing. Even though I actually do think that he's a better left winger than Marcus Rashford, because Marcus Rashford for me is starting to look like a striker more than he is a left winger. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, if we're going to look at it tactically, I've never said over. All right, I said over Anthony. They don't play the same position, but whatever. I'll still take Matoma at the squad every day of the week.
How can you contradict your own self? Like,
No, Mitoma. Look, the fact is, Mitoma is a top player. You can't take that away from him. Doesn't matter what you say.
Bro, he went up against the best 1v1 fullback we maybe have ever seen. It ain't easy for him. Mbappe got locked up by him.
Wait. Hold on. Now on that point, I don't want to see Wan-Bissaka in this team anymore. Dallo is superior to Wan-Bissaka. That's what I heard in the start of the season. Don't you remember, Faz?
Yeah, but look,
Dallo.
Yo, Wan-Bissaka didn't
walks in.
exist. Wan-Bissaka didn't exist at the beginning
Ever
of the
since
season.
the World Cup, Dallo walks in. And now
Dallo was
now he's the best player in the world.
I will say this because I do this all the time. When a player isn't performing, it's hard to stay believing in him. You just have to.
But what did we learn today? We learned we should not give up on our team. We should
Yeah,
not give up on our players.
True. I mean,
They come through.
Ten Hag gave up on Wan-Bissaka before the World Cup. Everyone had given up on him. The dude
Ten
didn't
Hag gave up
exist.
on a lot of players. Ten Hag gave up on his own choices. He gave up on Ronaldo. Ronaldo's outscored his greatest talent. Ronaldo's outscored
You don't want to go with Ronaldo.
Martial and Weghorst.
You don't want to use Ronaldo right now. I'm telling you right now.
I will.
No, you trust me, no, because that dude's getting bounced out in cups in Saudi Arabia. You do not want to bring up Ronaldo to me.
I don't want to bring up Ronaldo either, to be honest.
Yeah,
I will still support him. But coming back to this point, right now about Anthony, I do like what I see. He's doing very well. I did not expect him to have a quick turnaround like this. I think Sancho does need more time. However, Faz, help me understand because I fail to understand this. That one side we talk about mental health for Anthony and how he overcame an accident, this, that, and the other. But on the other side, for Sancho, you're just slating him that he needs to do more. He's not here for the club. He should be gone because he was given 3 months off. A similar time frame was given to Anthony as well. But I think because people tend to forget that it's the second year, right? What we have for Sancho. I think it's his second season over here. But I thought at the start of the season, Eric Ten Hag, we giving everyone a clean slate, like everyone starting fresh. So I still get the I mean, I don't know. What do you expect out of every player, if every winger is playing the same way? How are you going to bring in that balance?
Look, Jadon Sancho, we know his ceiling. The reason why we are more critical is because he's not performing anywhere near to where he can. With Anthony, we don't know his ceiling. We only have the Ajax bit, which, let's be honest, it isn't world-changing football. He's a good winger. This is true. Anthony is a good winger. Anthony is a very good winger. But Jadon Sancho in Dortmund was a different kettle of fish.
No,
He was
but then
literally,
are we
he was,
are we not expecting more? Because let's be honest, if you look at Sancho and his numbers over there, the fact is that there was a striker in the name of Erling Haaland who was
but,
actually
okay,
converting
I like
every
what you're saying.
pass.
I like what you're saying. First and foremost, Sancho and Haaland did not play that many games. It's like
They did.
Nah, they did. They played 2 seasons together.
every single game, week in, week out. I'm
Not
sure
every single game. No, but they had a
someone on a
when they
start.
play. Well, when they played together, they linked up really well. Their goal contribution
Now,
combined is really good.
what I'm saying is individually, you still don't lose your ability.
Oh yeah,
Because Anthony played with Halle fantastically, right? And Anthony's still playing very, very good with Martial, with Rashford, with Weghorst, with everybody in the middle. He's still and okay.
not
To
workhorse.
even go one more, Anthony wasn't performing well, right? Wasn't. But Martial's only just come back Martial's only just come back into the squad. It's not like Anthony's not been performing before Martial is gone up a gear. Players are going up a gear. Why is Jadon Sancho not able to go up a gear? This is the question. Why
But the fact
you don't
is,
lose certain things in your own as a footballer? You don't lose good passing, hard running, tackling, shooting. You don't need strikers for this shit. To be able to shoot a ball, you don't need a striker.
It's
To
all
be
in the
able to
head.
pass.
It's all in the head, bro.
Look,
It's
these
all in
things.
the head. It's all in that. That's the difference between Anthony and Sancho is all in the head mentality. That's the biggest difference between them.
but
And
you can't have an expectation which is the same from your two wingers. If all your four wingers are doing the same thing, how are they different? We should be happy that we have four different wingers who can do four different things. Because at the end of the day, is Sancho not doing his defensive work? Yes, he is. Is Anthony not doing his defensive work? Yes, he is. Does Sancho need a player to overrun him on the wings? Yes, he does. That's why he plays better when he's playing with Shaw instead of Malacia.
But
And let's be honest. Let's be honest. Anthony is getting a pass right now because he's scoring, which, to be
no,
fair, he is.
impossible. Anthony
How
plays
many
fantastic.
assists does he have?
Anthony plays fantastic, but it's not the assist game. We're not just in a game where you score an assist.
Okay.
Listen,
Faz, right now I'm going with numbers. I'm not discrediting Anthony. I'm not taking that away. I'm just trying to be fair to Sancho as well, that yes, he is doing enough, but yes, in my opinion, he's doing enough right now. Can he
okay,
do more?
let's ask this
Yes, he
question to
can.
everybody. There's nearly 50 people watching the stream. Is Jadon Sancho doing enough? Yes or no? Comment down below. Because listen, we all watch the games. We all analyze the game afterwards. We see again and again. For me, a £350,000 a week minus the 25% on wage reduction, a £285,000 a week footballer, in my eyes, humbly, is not doing enough. I don't see it. He's been given ample time. He's been given ample patience. He's seen the Premier League 2 seasons in now. He's had management change. He's had the gaffer Ten Hag believe in him, giving him minutes. Can he do more? If you ask me, Jadon Sancho's goals are overshadowing his poor season. People will go back to his goal against Liverpool, goal against here and there, and say, oh, yeah, he's had goals. But the fact is, Anthony, if you look at the numbers, has had better numbers than Sancho's 2 seasons in 1 season. And the season's not finished. We're talking here, Anthony might score a brace in the next few games. Anthony might get an assist in the next few. We don't know. But overall, in all comps, because forget the Prem, it's about all comps. We talk about all comps. In all comps, Anthony has performed better in 1 season, and the season's not finished, than Jadon Sancho in 2. And Jadon Sancho can do more.
But then, Faz, that's the whole point. I'm not comparing both the performances. I'm just saying, if we are patient with one person, which we were and we are, why not the other?
Okay, how long are you?
How does okay?
Yeah, no, I understand. How long are you willing to be patient with Jadon?
5 years. The amount we bought him for.
How much?
How many years is he for? How many years did we sign him for?
Bro, I ain't giving anyone 5 years of patience. That's crazy.
Yeah, says the man who gave Martial 7 years. Shut up.
No, I
How
did not.
many
Who said I
years?
gave Marshall 7 years of patience?
Calm, relax, sit. How many years did we buy him for?
Bro,
Faz, I'm asking you.
I'm speechless. I think
No.
you
No,
need more
if you get money for him, sell him. But you're being impatient with him in 1.5 seasons. The season ain't over, right? As you said.
bro, that's the thing though. When you watch a player, they gotta give you something. Like with Anthony, for me, it's not even about his goals
So,
that are
okay, so just
impressing me.
wait for him. Just wait for him. Maybe next season he's going to be good. Maybe. I don't
ain't wait
know.
for- bro. There's a bunch of players with his profile that are much better than him, and there's one at home with Garnacho. Sancho don't got time. That Argentinian dog is coming back soon.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you want to give Jadon Sancho 5 years.
No, I'm saying
His
that's what
contract is
he.
4 with an
Okay,
extension
so
of
okay,
1.
4, then 4, then 4.
You want to give
Just
a
run him
player
on.
whole 4 years?
That's what I want him to see like the time we bought him for.
Now, I'm just going to touch on something that you said, Ronald. You
Mhm.
said I'm not gonna let you point at Griggs, because Griggs is a Manchester United supporter just like me and you. We all gave Martial 7 years because he's still here.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that we want to make the same mistake again and again and again. We want to go past this Woodward. It's the fucking Woodward. It's Woodward who did all of this. We don't want to be in this Woodward.
What's the saying? 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's the saying, right?
Yeah,
2 wrongs
yeah,
don't
that's
make a
it.
right.
Thank you. That's the thing. 2 seasons is very, very good time for a player to perform. 2 seasons. 1 season to settle in. 1 season you start shooting. 3rd season you really need to. So I am not selling Jadon Sancho this summer. I want to get that out. No, Jadon Sancho stays this summer unless someone pays serious cash, which is matching the amount that we bought him for, because world football has now moved on. There are better wingers in the world of football right now that we could buy, right? If someone gives me ample cash to buy him out and pay his wages, whatever, that's not my headache, then cool. Or Ten Hag, cook him some more. Because at the end of the day, between all of us, if Sancho can't keep up with the pressure, then unfortunately, Ten Hag is going to drop him. And Palestri or someone else is going to
Use him on a swap deal, man.
So what I said was wrong. Basically, I said that essentially different words, the same meaning. Till the time we can play him, let's play him with all faith. If we get money, let's move on. That's what I said.
Yeah, sure. But it's still fair to say, Ronald, that he's not been performing to the level that we expect and paid for.
No, absolutely. But then again, I want to be patient with him, because the first season was a transitional season between Ole and Ralph Rangnick. The second season, he came in with a new slate on Eric Ten Hag, where Eric Ten Hag preferred a better right winger than him, which was Anthony.
Okay. All right.
He's playing on left wing. He was shipped off.
We have given him all season this season. He's at 3 months off. That's not my fault.
No. That's on him. That's on him.
Yeah, that's on him. Absolutely. He has till 2024 summer to prove something. He really does.
That's a long time, man. I ain't getting that.
He really does. Until then,
I mean, I'll be honest. If in January window someone comes for him, absolutely, have blessings. Go.
Let me go through some of the super chats before we move on to the next bit. Aaron says Sancho is making money that comes with expectation that something is going to happen whenever he has the ball, like a Vinny, but he isn't. It's true. He's making the money, and we have the expectation, but he doesn't do a lot. And look, Vinny, these are just obviously world caliber players that are performing at world caliber level, world class level, the upper echelon footballers of this football world. So we can't even compare. I can't even compare Anthony to any of these guys. I mean, Vinny Jr. is one of the best wingers, if not the best winger right now in the world. He does what he wants on the pitch. But the fact is, you are right, Aaron, is he's being paid a serious amount of cash, but that's not his. I don't blame him. I blame Woodward, but I also do blame him because I'll be very honest. Manchester United didn't go up to Jadon Sancho and say, "Hey, Jadon, here's 350." No, they didn't. I can assure you that. Wages is always a negotiation. There is an expectation, and then there is a pot that the club has, right? So there's an expectation, there's a reality, and in somewhere in the middle, you meet to settle the wages. That's how wages work. Jadon Sancho, as much as it's not his fault because the club is paying him that much, he did negotiate it. His people did negotiate it. They did. They must have said Jadon Sancho's worth this much, blah, 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 this, that, the other. Let's give him this much. And that's how it is. So he has to perform. He wears the shirt of Manchester United. Forget the wages even, actually. You know what? I shouldn't be pocket watching. Players make what they make. It is what it is. Forget the wages. The fact is, even forget the transfer. I'll even forget that. The fact is, for the age that he is and the qualities that he has, he's not shown anything of that caliber. This is factual. He's not. Not even, you could say, okay, such a performance, it needs to be, football is about consistency. Absolute consistency. If you look at his graph of his ratings, it's like this. It's everywhere.
Inconsistent.
Football is all about consistency. I would rather have a player that is 6.5 a game than a player that's 5, 8, 3, 7, 5, 7. Like, it's not good. So that's just my thing. I want him to be consistent, consistently work hard. And we have lowered the bar so much for Jadon Sancho. So much. Perform, run harder, as if that was ever a requirement. As if, like, that's just that's a fucking tackle. As if we've now made tackling a tick mark for football. Like, what the fuck are we doing? When did we start saying tackle, tick, yay, thank you for tackling, thank you for running? Like, come on. So we've been very, very patient. Let's be honest. If Jadon Sancho was not a Manchester United shirt wearing player, we would be sat here murdering and cooking him. You all know this because I do this. I do that with Grealish. I do that with every other winger. I take the piss out of them because they're not my player. If Jadon Sancho was not our player, we would not be talking about him like this. Big up Woodward with a super chat. Says, love all my bros. Job for the boys FC. Woodward. Always taking the mic. Always taking the mic. Let me go through some of the comments quickly. Big up Woodward, though, says, Pyramid Scheme says, I want Kivichka and Minjay ASAP. I think this is Griggs' younger brother because Griggs wants the same. Spilling Media says, I would love Kim Min-jae for the price that he is. Bring him ASAP. It's absolutely criminal not to be looking at a player like that seriously for what is it, 40, 50 million, whatever it is, like buyout clause. And it's the first 2 weeks of summer. Go and trigger that shit, man. Go and trigger that shit because I'm gonna have a difficult conversation about Varane.
Hey, I've already been having it.
I'm sorry, but I'm about to touch some nerves. Big up Spilling Media says, let's first start with selling before we buy new players, fix up the youth coaches. I have actually had some intel from Academy. About 5 players are going to go on loan this summer from the Academy. About 5 players, if not more, are going to be going on loan. Loads of loans are happening. Lots of under 18s are now going to become obviously above 18s or 18 and also those players will be the ones playing under 21 football. The ones that are around 19, 20 are going to be looking at loans. So a lot of loan players will be being shipped out. And a lot of loan players that are coming back might get sold too. Gabi says, I think 3.5 years for Sancho. He's coming under 2 managers with totally different philosophy. Anthony is adjusting better because he's obviously had experience with Ten Hag. Sancho season 1 should be null. Gabi, I like what you say, but I'll be very honest. In football, you can never nullify a season because even under any manager, set players, they do okay. Let's be honest. And you still do the basics. Ole Gunnar's last season is literally a write. You just have to. I mean, you have to write it off. If you look at it from that perspective, then sure. But players still have to perform something. I guess now that Ten Hag's here and he's here permanently, like he's not going anywhere. If a new owner's coming, he gets a new contract as well. Don't forget, Ten Hag will get a new contract. I guess you could say Sancho's first season is nullified, and this is technically his first season. It's just we are wanting him to shine faster. That's all it is. But I can understand your point. What does transition season have to do with Sancho's decision making in the final third?
To be fair, it's probably his best attribute.
That's a very good question. I like to say basics. Do your basics well. Just run hard, tackle, finish, pass well. Just the basics, and the rest creativity and all of that. As the team's playing better, you will play better. You can't accept $350 a week contract and not take responsibility for your performances. That's BS. It's true. Let me tell you why this comment makes sense. As much as I don't want to pocket watch, I don't. Youth players or academy players or bench players are always going to be frustrated. Players, breaking news, they know about each other's wages. Players perform knowing they're going to get a bigger contract. Players perform knowing they want first team, blah, blah, blah. If Jadon Sancho's making $285, well, let's just say $350 a week, other players are going to be looking at it like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? He's getting this much cash and he's not even, and I'm the one putting in assists. I'm the one getting picked for Uruguay. What's going on here? I'm a youth player. I'm a 22-year-old, 21. How old Palestri? 21, 22? 21. Same age. And I'm really burning it up when I'm coming on the pitch. And he's making that much. What's going on here? It's not fair. And then players start getting sour and negative. This is very true. Players are not robots. They have feelings and emotions. They want to make money too. Don't forget. Let me see. Go to some more comments. SM says, it used to be players signed for United and realized that's when the real work started. Now they think they've made it after a few first team appearances. I can agree with that. I mean, Lindelof yesterday played like, he really played like a Manchester United player, and I hope he can play like that going forward. I hope it's not a one-off, because it'll be a shame. It'll be an absolute shame if that's a one-off, because yesterday he played, I know it's only just one game, sure, but yesterday he played like he deserves to start. Legit.
I had a good week, to be fair. He had a good game he had a great game against Forest, and he was okay against
and throughout this season, he's actually given us eyebrow-raising performances. Like, what's going on here? So yeah, I mean, really, really good on him. Really, really good on him. And it's always important to finish the season strong. Finish the season strong. Start the season well and finish the season strong. It's very important, and that's what he's doing.
Price out, baby.
Can't we keep Sanch, if not just for squad depth, but as a restructured contract? We've still got Phil Jones and Tom Heaton. We can't use Phil Jones and Tom Heaton as an excuse to keep Sanch.
Phil Jones doesn't even exist, to be fair.
Yeah,
he's not even part of the squad.
Everybody, no, but we still pay him. Sure.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Phil Jones is going to get shipped out. Tom Heaton's going to get shipped out. Reports have come out about a second goalkeeper. Sorry, Griggs, that your heart is broken. But
I saw the news today. Don't worry.
So loads of players are going to get shipped. Brandon Williams is going to get shipped out. Telles, Bailly, Maguire, Martial. Loads of players are going to get shipped out.
Maguire ain't going nowhere. Everybody else.
Yeah, he is.
Maguire contract is going to run his contract out at this rate.
Baz, don't you dare start on Varane.
I'll start.
I am going to start something.
Faz.
Not on his performance.
You want me to take the bullet for it? I'll take the bullet for you if you want.
Okay, I'll take the bullet. I'll let you come on that one.
Before we go to Varane, can I just clear this out? That I said we can go ahead and sell him if an offer comes in for Sancho.
Yeah, sure.
But until then, 4 years, I want to see him. I'm sorry, I did not know how many years we signed him for, because we always have an extension.
But you might not see it, because if you don't fix up, Ten Hag might not play him. Ten Hag,
but then
it's got this weird thing, where he uses a I'm gonna say it. He uses a very petty excuse. The team plays well when he's in the team. The team plays well when he's. I mean, Ten Hag, we've won with Maguire. What are you trying to say, mate?
But Faz, just remind me, the last time we got a good offer for a player.
Dan James, 30 mil.
Sorry, yeah.
Leeds, we cannot forget. We cannot replace him.
I said a good offer, not a joke offer, Greg.
Just a great offer. We made profit off him.
3 million profit.
No, we didn't. We made 11 mil profit. He's literally one of the 4 players we made profit off in the last decade.
There was an offer for just Lingard. We didn't take it.
Yeah, just Lingard would have been a lot of profit as well.
I'm talking about a good contract, not like
No,
Lukaku. Inter paid off most of what we paid for him.
But anyways, look, we're not a profit-making club. We don't make profit on
That's
selling
exactly
players.
what I'm trying to say.
We're not a profit-making club. We buy players.
Definitely. We don't make profit. We just
okay, let's see. Ronaldo. Some people could say Ronaldo, I guess.
something now.
Isn't there a new loan rule for next season? Limited of number of loans. Something around that. I don't actually know fully. I don't.
Yeah, I think it was like
because Chelsea had like 90 fucking players on loan.
Yeah. Flame says let's get Timber and get rid of Varane. He's class, but we can't rely on injury-prone player. I'm gonna touch Varane soon.
I'm sorry, yo. People trying to have.
Let me go to more chats. It's a lot of chats. It's a lot of chats. It's a lot. Varane should be first choice, but we do need a centre back to replace him in a year or two. Wow. Let me see. 29 games missed for Varane in 2 years. He's been here from injury. I won't talk about Varane. I'll be honest with you.
It might be a little.
Listen, I'll defend Varane. I'm here.
You just want to defend anyone we want to say anything about. We need to sell at least 5 this summer. Take transfer fees loss. You'll make it up on wages. Most of these men are on criminal wages. Let me see.
Too bad FPP don't roll
Until the state of ownership is sorted, nothing is happening. Bro, stop with Timber. He got exposed yesterday.
Exactly.
Sancho only cooked in Bundesliga. You guys deserve the Glazers. Look, Omo, welcome to the stream. Luke Shaw can compete for Varane's position.
I mean, he can't because he's left-footed. He's left-footed, not right-footed.
No. I'm not him. Because
it matters to the manager.
You play Luke Shaw and Lindelof. So Luke Shaw and Lindelof.
Oh, you're talking about right now? Like right now, you're talking about? Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
No, hold up. It's not Luke Shaw competing for a Varane spot. It's Lindelof competing for a Varane spot. Luke Shaw is the left center back for the rest of the season.
Exactly.
That spot's locked up. Ain't no one else playing left center back.
Left center back hierarchy is the Sandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, and Lindelof.
Are you saying Lindelof can bench Varane?
No,
he can't.
No, he cannot bench Varane. No, nobody's benching Varane. Let's say you saw one game.
I am saying Victor Lindelof, if he performs like that or anywhere close to that, he can bench Rafa Varane as of right now. That's my
in the current age, he might be.
Wait, can you repeat that? I cut off for like a second.
I'll let Griggs say what he wants to say about Varane, and then I'll let Omo speak on that.
All right. So I'm Varane.
Just to let you know, Faz, I defend Varane too.
Okay,
Griggs,
but
go on.
We'll let Omo because Omo's just joined the stream. So go on, Griggs.
I tweeted this in March. I said by the end of the 2023-2024 season, Rafael Varane and Casemiro should not be starting at Manchester United Football Club. More Varane than Casemiro, but I added Casemiro because I have a couple of things with him. But more Varane. It might be a French curse. These guys are so injury prone. First it was Pogba, then it's Martial, and now it's Varane. I don't know what's going on at Clairefontaine, but something's not right in the water. Varane was sat 29 games missed through injury the last couple of years, and it's not good injuries either. It's not like the little nagging injuries. The guy's knees are already crocked anyway from Real Madrid. So, and he's not that good on the ball to be also as well. Don't forget that. I just think stylistically, we need to move. We're gonna have to get his replacement anyway, and not due to injury concerns. It might have to come sooner. There's so many center backs on the market. that are right-footed, especially. Obviously, left center back is more of a commodity, but right center back, there's so many. Kim and J1, not Timber, because I don't know why you guys want to pair Timber and Lissandro Martinez in the Premier League. I do not want a Hornswoggle center back partnership in the Premier League. Let's be serious, please. It works in the
Wow.
Eredivisie, but not in the Premier League. That's too short
I
for
like
us.
that. I like that example though.
But Kim and J's one, Antonio Silva from Benfica's another one, Bella Kochap from Southampton. If they get relegated, that's another option.
I like Bella Kochap. I do.
He was so good against Arsenal. That's another game where he stepped up. There are any right center backs in world football that we can go get that you can replace Varane with. It doesn't have to be replaced. It could be like Bella Kochap, for example, is young. He could play like the smaller games while you put him Varane for the big games because his leadership, his experience, he can step up in games like that. Disasi, that's another good shot from Spilling Media from Monaco. That's another.
You
class
talk
center
about
back.
leadership and stuff, but Varane did collect a good few goals this season. He got peppered a few times.
I don't know. I'm obviously but I still think I trust him more than like a Lindelof, for example, just because of his like prowess. Like against Man City, for example, the home game at Old Trafford, he's a colossal, and for corners, he's a colossal. The guy doesn't lose headers in the box. So short term, cut off. Fuck.
His internet's gone again.
I can't. It's hard for him to defend that because he's kind of right. Like in the next 2-3 years.
Wow. You're agreeing
because he said he didn't say like as a replacement, but he said like as in to come in to take that spot eventually. So I cannot argue that.
But Varane doesn't start week in, week out. It's a problem.
Yes, it doesn't start in week
yeah,
in, week out.
That is a problem.
When he does start, he's reliable.
Can I ask a question?
When he starts, he's reliable.
Yeah, go on.
So we're talking about Varane as the problem. He can't play week in, week out. He's injury prone. Remind me, what are the replacements for Varane apart from Lindelof?
Right now in our team or like in the summer?
So do we need to replace Maguire first or Varane?
No, whoever we replace Maguire with should be capable enough to challenge Varane for that right center back spot.
That's what I'm asking, Griggs. Like that's exactly what.
I'm not saying I'm not saying sell Varane. We shouldn't sell him, but whoever comes in the summer to replace Harry Maguire should not be a backup for Rafa Varane. I want him to compete with Varane.
Exactly. So let's not miss that point out, because he needs to go first. Maguire needs to go first, because the way you're talking, at times it does feel like you would be okay if Maguire stays and Varane goes out.
Oh, Maguire's already got in my head, by the way. I've already signed his release form, bro. This guy's
gone.
90%.
That's 90% of us. 10% is Omo. But then again, what my point is that Maguire needs to be sold. With what money that comes in, we may add some money and get a new defender. That guy should be capable to walk in steps of Varane in the upcoming years. Maybe next season, maybe the end of next season, whenever. But he should be capable enough. I think that's what you're saying in correct terms or words. Okay, fair enough. Thank God for once this guy did not say I would keep Maguire and sell Varane.
Bro, I signed his release form already. That guy's gone. He's leaving. He wants to leave. The club want him gone. We just gotta make a decent price off him. It's that simple.
What about you, Omo? Where do you stand on this thing?
Is they bringing somebody else to replace Maguire? I would take that now.
Lindelof can challenge for Varane's position.
Listen,
not in the long run.
Listen, how many games have we seen of Lindelof that you say, okay, good job for Maguire game? You saw one game. Give me consistent game. Remember what you said about Sancho? Give me 5 runs of consistent game. I need 5 runs of consistent game from Lindelof.
No, but then to be fair, Lindelof hasn't actually played with good defenders in the long run. He's mostly played with Harry Maguire.
Yeah, but you could also say there's been games where Harry Maguire.
You're basically you're lacking if you're playing with Harry Maguire. You're weak already because you don't trust your own partner.
True. At the same
time, if I have to play a game of football and be a defender, I might choose Griggs over Omo because I know Omo is not going to defend me.
Let me be honest. This thing about people saying it's going to be hard to sell Harry Maguire, I disagree.
It's easy.
English international.
That's right.
He's proven he's a Premier League capable player. Let's not take the piss here. He's a Premier League proven player. He's finished second as Manchester United captain. He knows he could play in the Premier League. He could go into a top 10 club and play for them. Like
He's a Carabao Cup winner.
Yeah, sure, he's a Carabao Cup winner, but there is a top bro. He could go play for. For me, he shouldn't stay in the Premier League though. That guy should go Serie A, and he'll look amazing over there. That league fits him to a T. The pace of the game is so much slower. He thrives in 3 at the backs. He should go there. I promise you, Harry Maguire can go Juventus and look amazing. He'll thrive there. He can go Inter Milan, since they're selling Skriniar, and he'll look amazing there. So we can sell him. We can make. I prefer in terms of money wise. I prefer him to some to a Premier League club because they got more cash. So that benefits us more. But if I was him in his camp, I would try to push a move to a Serie A club because I think like Roma, for example. You tell me Harry Maguire can go Roma and look amazing over there. He fits in Jose's system. That's perfect for him.
I mean,
So
Griggs, would you swap Smalling
No,
for Maguire?
I don't rate Chris Smalling at all. I think that's revisionism.
That's a long stretch in itself. I mean, look, yesterday it showed us quite a bit in terms of character for players. I want to touch on this, because it's hot topic right now. Every pretty much a couple of days we've been talking about it. Right back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not for sale. I repeat.
We don't need a right back.
Aaron.
If someone pays,
We don't need a right back. No, we don't need a right back anymore.
If someone comes in with 50 mil though, you're not taking that bid?
Anyone comes with 70 mil, I'm not taking it.
Let me tell you right now. Okay, hold on. Everybody, hold on. Everybody right now, comment down below. What do you think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is worth as of today, right now? Comment down below. Griggs, how much is Aaron Wan-Bissaka worth in your opinion right now?
My estimation, my value of him, probably I say 40 mil.
Omo?
Wait. 100.
Great, Ronald?
He's priceless, baby. I'm not selling him.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka is no less than 80 to 90 million British pounds.
Excuse me?
Which is 100. I repeat, you're excused.
No. Hold on. No. You're not serious, bro.
This is not gonna work. This don't work. I know what we're doing, Omo. I got you.
No. You're not about to tell me they're in a world of football that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is worth triple of Malo Gusto. We are not doing that today.
Okay, so you tell me. No,
we are not doing that today.
Wait.
Not doing
Omo, wait. Griggs,
we are not doing that today.
Okay,
tell me.
90 million.
I got this. In your opinion, Griggs,
90 million. That's cap, man.
How much is Mitoma worth?
55.
How much is Mbappe worth?
200.
Motherfucker, that's 90 million average as it is. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka cut them both.
Okay, he's great defensively, but he's still not the finished product offensively. I could get someone that's a little lower defensively, but much better on the ball offensively.
No, I've seen
Bro,
seen other.
Do you know how much 90 mil for a fullback is? That's crazy.
Because that's how much it's worth.
No, he's not. Bro,
Yes,
this is
he is.
revisionism on Wan-Bissaka because he had the good game yesterday. Y'all are rewriting the script.
No. Wan-Bissaka
Y'all are flipping the script.
he did not have.
have consistent.
No, he did not. He did not have. No, Greg. He did not just have a good game yesterday.
Bro, you
He
said you
did
didn't
not
watch
have
the
a good
game.
game
What is this?
yesterday.
First of all, you
He's
didn't
been
say you watched the game.
consistent
First of all, you didn't watch the game
performing
yesterday.
this whole
That's the first thing. You said you didn't watch the game first.
Ronald,
So I never said
Ronald,
that's what I never talked. No, wait. No. He did not. No, Faz, he did not. Because I said I'm not talking about yesterday's game. I'm talking about the season after the World Cup.
Okay, he's had a good bounce back. He's had a good bounce back. But do you know how much 90 mil for a fullback is? That's a world record fee, and he's not the best fullback on the planet. That is not the case.
I never said 90 million.
I
never said
I'm not
90
talking to you.
million,
I'm talking to Faz. 90 a world record fee for a fullback is not Wan-Bissaka.
He's the best right back in the world right now.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Who's the better right back than Wan-Bissaka right now in the world? I'm
Reece
waiting.
Man would
James,
say Dallo.
Malo Gusto.
Reece James.
Rich James hasn't played any game.
man said
Bush
Reece
hasn't
James.
played any game either.
Everybody type, breathe. Re-
No.
Let me wait.
You're not doing
Hold
this,
on,
bro.
hold
No,
on.
Reece James has
Griggs,
provided
hold on.
3 world-class seasons, and you're about to tell me,
Griggs,
Nah,
wait.
nah.
Let me ask you a
y'all-
question. Griggs, let me ask you a question. Faz, wait, brother Griggs. Griggs.
Somebody called Vinny.
How much would you take for Dallo?
He said 10 million.
No, wait. How
the
much
same
would
as
you take for
Wan-Bissaka.
Dallo?
The same as Wan-Bissaka, 40, 45.
Why?
That's how much I think they're worth.
If Dallo is worth 40 million,
No, wait,
Bissaka is
Faz.
70 easy.
No, it's
Faz, wait.
not.
But then
That's how much I value both of them.
Griggs!
Bro,
You make
there's no fullback on planet Earth for me that is
How
worth.
do you make me love and hate you at the same
Bro,
time?
do you know how much? No, I'm sorry, bro. Do you know how much is Taylor Hernandez worth?
100 easy.
No, hold on. Just calm down here.
All right. Yeah, nice.
I'll say about 65.
You think Wan-Bissaka's brother Taylor Hernandez?
Yes.
You're crazy. Nah, y'all are crazy right now. You're bugging out.
Also, they play different
No,
positions. They play different
no,
positions. He's a left back. I say Wan-Bissaka is the best right back in the world right now.
Okay, Reece James has been bar the last couple months. Reece James has been better than Wan-Bissaka his whole career. By the way, he was better in 2019-20. He was definitely better in 2021. Remember when he was lifting up that UCL? You remember that? Yeah,
I
he
remember.
was better last year as well. Do not do this revision.
The UCL was held by the team, not him.
my sentence by saying as of today.
Bro, Reece James had a bad couple months because he's been injury rid all season. But as a player, he is much better than Wan-Bissaka.
Who's got a better injury record?
All right, injury. All right, once we factor that in, I get that. But I'm talking about as a player. I'm talking about
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
player, as a footballer,
It's goalpost movement with Griggs.
as a
every
footballer.
conversation.
But I think Reece James is still young enough where he could get past the injuries.
So you're saying
He's 23, bro.
Wait.
23, 24. He's still mad young.
And Bissaka's 25, 26? No?
25.
25, 26 ish.
Reece James can end up being cooked. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, but I would take the risk on him because of his ability.
Okay, I'll tell you this. The only player I could somewhat compare Aaron Wan-Bissaka to compete at the world level is Hakimi.
wait, no,
That guy's
Faz,
just
wait,
scrub.
1 second. Faz, there is just a 2-year age difference between Reece James and Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, 2 years, not much.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Griggs
much.
is talking as if Aaron Wan-Bissaka is 38.
Bro, he's 25, bro. This is his first good season on the ball.
You can't even say words right now. Relax.
No, he's right. Hold on. You're right. Griggs is right. This is his best season on the ball. Being on the ball as a on the ball right back, he's good. But his bread and butter has always been amazing. The same thing.
Defensively.
The same thing that we cook Trent for is the same thing Bissaka made his name on, right? This is the question for you now, Griggs. Has Trent improved his defensive attributes? Yes or no?
Yeah. I didn't hear you. I cut off a little bit. But
Has Trent? I know because you're making me sweat here. So please, has Trent improved his defensive attributes? No. Has Bissaka improved his positive attributes going forward? Has he?
Yes, but the thing for me is though. No. Can I say something though? It is much easier to cover Trent's deficiencies defensively with the right system because we've seen Klopp do it before. By the way, Trent was poor defensively when they won the Premier League. Was he not? Was he not poor defensively when they won the Premier League? Was he poor when they won the UCL?
Yes.
Was anyone talking about his defensive deficiencies? No. Why? Because the system covered it and he was amazing on the ball. It is much easier to cover defensive deficiencies.
About Aaron Bissaka, so let's bring the conversation.
No, but I'm trying to compare.
No,
you gotta let me.
I understand.
It's easier to limit defensive deficiencies in the system than it is easier to limit offensive deficiencies in a system.
So
Because if Liverpool get a right center mid that's a box to box and is an amazing dual winner that can cover ground, Trent will go back to looking at his best.
Okay, I've got a counter for that. The counter is, I agree with you, firstly, is if you have a better system, more than system, it's actually not system, it's actually babysitting. United supporter made a good point. Attacking fullbacks are always more expensive. It's true. Attacking players are always more expensive anyways. Attacking attributes is always more expensive. Trent needs babysitting. He needs a player to cover him. Bissaka never, ever in his life needs a player to cover him. On top of that, if Bissaka continually improves his, you are right. Reece James going forward, converting is unreal. Nobody can take that away.
And the thing between Reece James, the difference between Reece James offensively and defensively with Wan-Bissaka is a smaller. He has a smaller defensive range. The difference between him and Bissaka is defensive than offensive. Reece James is much clearer than him offensive, and Reece James defensively is very solid because of his build. He's a very strong person.
He's solid. Yeah, he's solid. Okay, no taking that away. He's solid. I would put Reece James around 60, 70 million. I would.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I would. But, Griggs, my thing is, I rate fullbacks based on their name. Fullback. They're not a wing back. They are a fullback. Chelsea play the system which allows wing backs to perform well. That's the system.
But I've seen Reece playing a 4-back, and he's been class there too.
Chelsea play wing-back system.
No, I know, but I've seen him play before that. Under Lampard, he was still a really good player, and he was playing in a 4-back. At Wigan,
where did they end up?
He did good. The team was dog shit, but he could play good. That doesn't mean anything. A player could play good and his team is shit, and they could get a better move. Gini Wijnaldum was
the same thing you saying. That's the same thing you saying. Team was good, so Trent got babysat.
I think Trent is a system player, for example. I don't think Reece James is a system player, and that's the thing with Trent. If you're telling me who would I rather build a system? Let's say, for example, if I had to build a system around Trent or Wan-Bissaka, I build one around Trent because the output that he could give me is amazing. You understand, bro? No, bro. If I could build a system around Trent, okay, hold up. I have a question. The Liverpool system that was built around Trent, what did it lead to? It led to a Premier League. It led to a Champions League. Can we not agree with that?
Yes.
That system was built around Trent for him to succeed, and it cooked. I don't think you could build a system around Wan-Bissaka because he's lock-up central, but you're not going to build a system around him. He's a cog in the machine.
You don't build a system around Wan-Bissaka. He's
part of the. He's just part of the. He's a cog in the machine. Trent could be the machine.
I'm not gonna build
Reece James. That Tuchel system was built for Reece James to succeed because of the wing back, for example, and he was allowed to get further up the pitch.
His right back's name?
Kyle Walker.
Walker, in his prime, couldn't perform as close to Bissaka locking up people.
You're going crazy right now. Nah, you're going crazy right now, bro. Kyle Walker can lock up players. When his prime, he could lock up players. Let's not take the
Walker could not lock up Rashford.
Yes, he could.
No, he could not.
Kyle Walker, absolutely. Yo, Kyle Walker is one of the best right backs to grace the Premier League.
I've seen Kyle Walker eat dust riding next to Rashford. He has eaten dust.
I'm not saying he locks him up every single time, but he's gotten the better of him before though.
What, once? I'll be honest. I
90 mil, 80, 90 mil for Wan-Bissaka. For a fullback in general is crazy. I'm never paying that much for any fullback, let alone Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka next season, and I really do. I think he's going to improve even more going forward. I think he is. Ten Hag has seen his
but he has a ceiling offensively though. It's just a ceiling. There's a ceiling there. There's a ceiling there offensively.
There's a ceiling offensively. Bro, I have to. Bro, nobody predicted what he's doing this season. Nobody.
Yes, but there's a ceiling though. There's not his ability on the ball is there's a ceiling.
I remember Greg saying that Wan-Bissaka would be sold this season. I clearly remember.
I thought he would be sold, but I think there's a ceiling with him on the ball. By the way, he's never gonna be a Trent or Reece James on the ball. You cannot tell me that he will ever be that because he will not be.
Yesterday, how good against Man City as well? Don't forget, how good was Bissaka?
He was good, but there's also games this season where he's been poor on the ball.
Wait.
He still has inconsistencies in his game on the ball.
He just has he offensively.
Actually, you know what? Wan-Bissaka hasn't been poor on the ball. He looks weird on the ball. He looks weird. Because
Wait.
his long leg and how he moves. But
Griggs.
he's been poor now.
Is Griggs here?
Wan-Bissaka
Is Griggs here?
is about the best right back in the
Okay,
world right
so
now.
Yeah.
I'll take
has
nobody over
has
Wan-Bissaka.
offensively, but has offensively Aaron improved from last season?
Yeah, she's improved.
So what's to say he won't improve
So
next season?
exactly.
He
What's to
could
say he
improve,
would
but
not
there's a
become
ceiling there,
the
though.
next?
Every player has a ceiling.
Okay,
Some players break that.
okay, hold on.
No.
When-
There's
No,
a
no,
reason
I'm
why
gonna go
it's
somewhere with this.
up to
Hold on,
25.
Griggs, I'm gonna go somewhere with this. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's 25 years old. At
Yeah.
what age do you realize a player's ceiling? 23, 22?
I give us no. I think by 25. I think some players break a little late. There's rare cases of people breaking late.
So he broke a little late. Okay, hold on. How good was Modric when he was 27?
How long ago was that? 10 years?
Yeah,
13, 14? He was a world class player for me.
yeah. But he went into God mode after 27. I'm not.
No, there's
comparing-
a reason. No. The thing with Modric is he was always great, and then the World Cup boosted his what's it called? The perception of him. He was always great, but then that World Cup changed the perception. It changed the people's opinion of him.
You have to give it to Bissaka.
No,
can
he's
do
great,
more.
bro. But he could do a little bit more. But I think there's a ceiling there. There's a ceiling of what he can do on the ball, bro. The technique, the ball striking. For example, the ball striking on his passes is improved a little bit, but it's still not great.
True.
The one touch good, and he could progress the ball. His crossing is still inconsistent. He's made
But we have
improvements.
But we have seen those
With those
improvements.
improvements comes a ceiling, though. And for me to say him as a 90 mil fullback when he's still not the finished product offensively, by the way, and he's nowhere even near that. We just been impressed by his improvement. But his passes are still short. Sometimes his positioning isn't the best. There are weaknesses to Wan-Bissaka's game, and yes, he's been improved this season. But
How much is Nuno Mendes worth to you?
65 because he's a little younger. I don't rate fullbacks. I'm not You know why I don't? Can I say something? With fullbacks, I put their price lower because I think with fullbacks, there's a lot of different positions that can play fullback.
Wait. Fast, can you remind me how much did we pay for Bissaka?
50 mil.
Wait, Faz, you there? Knock knock.
I'm lost.
No. Just come back. No, wait.
He said he doesn't work
65.
fullback that much. That's why.
I said I don't value fullbacks price that much. Do you know why?
That's
Because you know why? Because I've seen center backs go into fullback and outperform their team's fullbacks. By the way, look at Ake, for example. Ake has been playing better than Cancelo at left back. John Stones is playing DM. You could put other positions at fullback. I just think it's a position that is it's a position that can be filled by many different players that I won't value someone that highly, for example.
Everybody comment down below. I like everybody's comment. Nuno Mendes, what is he worth to you guys? Nuno Mendes is if you rate
How much is Nuno Mendes worth to you?
80 million? Easy. I went 90 million is a stretch for Bissaka. I will put my hands up. I'd give him 65 to 75. You've convinced me that much.
That's still crazy.
I'd give him 65 to 75 for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Easy. Because he can go more. I think next season, this valuation of mine is going to get solidified.
Okay, how much is Luke Shaw worth to you?
I like this now. This is a good one. 65 million, 70 million. 60, 65, 70.
So I still think that's high for Shaw. And I think Shaw is worth more that than Wan-Bissaka, for example. I think Shaw is a much better player than Wan-Bissaka.
How much do you say for Luke Shaw?
70 million.
I would take that because
defenders need to. My thing is, Griggs' ethos is more attacking. Mine is more defending. That's the difference. That's only. I really like defenders who defend. I'm still a bit old school. Maybe I need to catch up like Griggs has, but I really
no. It's not even that, bro. It's not even that. It's not even with the attacking fullbacks. I just don't rate the position of fullback to the price because there's so many different players that can play fullback. Bro, there's center mids that can play fullback now. By the way,
okay.
Camavinga, for example, Camavinga at left back is better than most left backs that play left back.
Wait, Faz, can I ask you something?
Yeah, go on.
So, how much did we? So you said we paid 50 million for Bisaka, and how many years ago was that? 2 or 3, I guess,
4, 3,
It'll be 4 this summer.
4.
for the summer, right? Now we paid 50 4 years ago. Now, 4 years later, Bisaka
But,
has
but Ronald,
improved.
Man United don't. The world doesn't do business like Man United does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't worth
No.
50 mil in 2019. He was a 25, 30 mil player in 2019, by the way.
Nuno Mendes is easily worth 70 million. Easy.
I said 65. By the way, I said 65. So it's not even that big of a difference.
Cancelo is easy worth 90, 100 plus.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That guy's not worth. That guy's not worth 90 million.
Guys, what are
Bro,
we doing here? Cancelo?
Look what happened with Cancelo. Pep took Cancelo out of his team, sent him to Germany, put Nathan Ake there, who is not a left back by trade, by the way. He's a left-footed center back, and is about to do a treble, potentially.
Am I rating
I'm
Cancelo
not
more
taking-
than
I'm
I
not
should?
taking-
Basically?
I'm
Is that
not
what you're
taking
trying to say?
Cancelo
Bro,
on
because if
next-
you
no,
ask me
no.
right now, I'd rather have Wan-Bissaka than Cancelo.
No, this guy's mad.
Wait.
Because, yo,
What?
what's funny about Cancelo? Cancelo's played in 3 different teams this year, right? Country and club. He's been benched at every single one of them. Man City, he got his chain taken by Rico Lewis first, and then by Nathan Ake. Portugal World Cup, Diogo Dallos had come, yo, that right back spot, get out of here. That's mine. Bayern Munich,
That
he
man
started
cannot defend to save his life, and every goal they concede from his side.
Cancelo
I don't
not
want
as
him.
good as I think he is. Because
he's a good player, but what kind of like Trent, the system needs to be perfect. And I also sometimes don't want players that the system needs to be perfect. What can you do for me if the system isn't working? Can you?
Faz, I'm all about having a
Guys,
solid defense.
Every time he says something, Buki, the internet goes.
Exactly. I'm here for having a solid defensive.
Even
back
God
line.
doesn't want him to talk on it.
Oh
Listen,
my days!
listen, if
Someone
Cancelo-
Can someone take a screenshot of that?
Oh my God, Griggs!
Can someone take a screenshot, please?
Griggs, you're fucked.
Wait,
Griggs,
thank
you're
you.
fucked. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Thank you. I'm
I'm
gonna take a
sorry,
screenshot
Griggs.
of
You're
this.
done. Nah. He's done. Oh my days, Griggs. They caught you today in 4K. Griggs, they caught you today in
What?
4K, Griggs. The
What?
screenshot they got of you today, your
Right.
internet has fucked you. Your internet has shagged you today. I'll be honest. This is not on me. This is on your internet. Done. They done it. They got it for you. Oh my God. It ain't on me. It ain't on me. This is your internet. Your internet messed you. This is 4K.
Jesus saw you moving mad, bro.
They caught you today. I'm telling you. Anyways.
I don't really care. But, yeah.
I might
but
be listen. I might
Cancelo
be
is
going
good.
I might be going overboard with Cancelo, but I really fancy Cancelo. Like the way he progresses and moves the ball on his feet and beats players. It's like wingers. At one point, he
He's
was
a-
going to become a winger for Pep.
He's too much of a luxury player.
I don't like the word luxury, but I do understand what you mean by luxury. It's like that's what they use for Sancho, right? But I might be overrating him. Maybe the cigars got to me. I don't know, but you all know how I am.
No, the
Yeah,
cigar
but
got to you with Wan-Bissaka. 80 mil for Wan-Bissaka is absolutely ludicrous.
So how much is Lisandro Martinez?
That's $150 million player right there.
So then we agree on that. We can agree.
Listen,
150 might be too low. Yo, Lisandro Martinez is infinity. He's priceless.
Listen,
He's a priceless player.
Listen, the moment Wan-Bissaka is locking down player, his price went up because that means you're not gonna attack to this side. This whole season, people keep trying to come at Wan-Bissaka and they get put in the spider net. They can't go nowhere. They have to.
Can I ask a question to you, Griggs? Can I ask you a question?
Play, people are like, we can't go through here. Go to the other side.
Go on,
Every
Griggs,
team
just-
this season
Griggs.
has been shut down by Wan-Bissaka. So I don't care what they say. If a player could come in and shut down a whole wing is shut down. Oh, this part of the map is shut down. You gotta go to the other side. You gotta go to the middle. Sign up to 100.
No, the thing
Griggs,
Go ahead,
Griggs, just tell me two defenders. I won't even ask 3. I would not dare to. Tell me 2 defenders who've locked Mbappe and Mitoma the way Van Beek did. 2 defenders.
I don't
They
think
can't
Right
because no defenders played them.
2
to-
right backs.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no.
no. It can be any right back in the world, Faz. I
I
just
don't
need
think
2
any right
names.
back I don't think any right back in the world has played both of them other than Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, they haven't.
No, they
I'm
haven't.
not even okay. You're not listening. I'm saying any player, either of them.
I think
Who has
I-
locked Mbappe off like that? How Van Beek has done, and
Who
who has
unlocked
locked off
Mbappe or
Mitoma
Neymar?
like that?
Something like
How
that.
Van Beek has done.
I mean, I saw
Because
him-
it wasn't exactly.
I've
And
seen
thank you so
Mbappe
much,
get
Omo,
locked
for
up.
reminding me.
Go
Thank
ahead.
you so much for reminding me. It was not just Mbappe. It was Neymar and Mbappe.
Bro, I have
I'm
never
sorry,
said that Wan-Bissaka isn't a lockdown defender. I've said that's his best attribute. But there's also cases where Wan-Bissaka can get caught at defensively if a team creates overloads on the left-hand side.
Have you seen him play comfortable football, one-touch passing football with Anthony and Sancho? Both of them, remind you, not just one.
I
both
said
of them.
he's gotten better, but for me, like I said, there is a ceiling to Wan-Bissaka's game. He is not the perfect player. He is not the perfect right back. You guys have started to think that he is the best right back in the world. He is not the best right back in the world.
Defensive.
Defensive. He's the best defensive, but the game is not all defensive. We're in 2023, bro. It's not yo. It was 1999.
That's what I said.
If it-
I need to catch up more, maybe.
Yo, if it was 1999, Aaron Wan-Bissaka would be a world beater, bro. People would be looking at him like he's Maldini.
What is Spilling
But-
Media saying? He's saying Brandon Williams.
Brandon Williams is
Why
barely
are we
5 mil.
talking about him?
Anyway,
My thing is, if I'm making a team and you're giving me choice between Wan-Bissaka or all this other right back, I'm 100% choosing Wan-Bissaka over any other right back.
that's
in the
crazy
world.
for me. That's absolutely crazy.
Because
and also, with
Faz, I
Wan-Bissaka,
remember. Yeah, go on, Griggs. Go on.
with Wan-Bissaka, I've seen his weak. But we say he first of all defensively, he's a great 1v1 defender. But when it comes to the total defensive package, I've seen him get caught sleeping at the back post several times, not once or twice, several times. By the way,
See,
caught at
that's the
back
whole
post.
problem that I have with you,
I'm gonna
Griggs.
rebuke
You
that.
stress so much on one mistake, you just
No,
discredit
I'm not done.
everything that
I'm
he
not
has
done.
done.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Let
I'm not
him
done.
finish. I'm
I'm not
gonna
done. I'm not
argue
done there.
that.
I think over defensive positioning when it's time for when it's 2v1 to get caught out. I've seen what Man City have done to Wan-Bissaka last 2 seasons. By the way, before Pep changed his tactics this season, before that, I saw Phil Foden toss him around, take him for a ride around the pitch.
Oh yeah, right.
It's happened
Absolutely,
before.
Why not? Yeah.
It's happened before, and I just think
Stop
Wan-Bissaka.
that, bro.
You
Like
guys,
seriously, you might not
Okay.
like the statement.
do you want me to
Bissaka is
bring?
better. Bissaka is better than Dallo. Thank you so much.
I just want to.
What does that have to do with anything, bro? You're just bringing up these random conversations and these random debates.
What random
Wan-Bissaka, Dallo.
conversation?
I'm talking about Wan-Bissaka specifically. Forget Diogo Dallo, forget Dennis Irwin, forget Gary Neville. I'm talking about Wan-Bissaka right
Gary
now.
Neville.
That's the only player I'm focusing on. One player. And I'm talking about his deficiencies. I'm talking about his strengths. Defensively, 1v1.
You're not talking about his strengths, though.
Yes, I am. I've said he's the best
You're
defensive.
more
I've said he's the best. Bro, you just want to argue with me for the sake of arguing. That's all you're trying to do because I'm
No, why-
me and people love to argue with me in this channel. That's
Wow,
what
yeah,
it is, bro. It's
the
because
world
I'm
doesn't
me and the
revolve
things I say.
The world doesn't revolve around you, Griggs. Let's get that straight.
Wait. Time out.
My head hurts.
First, Wan-Bissaka is a G. Let's just get that out of the way. Wan-Bissaka is
Exactly.
I know some would say attacking wise, there are better fullbacks out there. True. It is true. Nothing wrong with that. Defensively, there's no one better than Bissaka. True. There's nothing wrong with that. He might say Malo Gusto, right?
No, Malo is not better defensively, but I think as a complete right back, he is better. When you
So,
add
okay.
both together.
Cool. It's still fundamental to defend for defending, but then it's still fundamental for system players to go attacking. It's true. As much as I've said some delusional shit, and some people have said some delusional shit, these are the facts of this football world. Defensively, some players have to be able to defend for their position. Trent can't do it. Bissaka can. Trent is a very, very good going forward, but Bissaka isn't the case. Some people would value Trent at 100+ million. They would. If you ask them today, they would value Trent at 120 million. They easily would. In hindsight to that, I think Bissaka could be 65, 70 million, if you look at it that way. If Trent can be worth to someone for 120 million, Bissaka can be worth to someone for 70 million. It's actually not crazy. I think Bissaka has more. In his opinion, he's reached his ceiling. I'm sure.
I didn't say he reached his ceiling.
He has a ceiling. He has a ceiling. He's not reached it. He has a ceiling. I'm sure Griggs would love to be proven wrong and Bissaka exceed his ceiling because it doesn't do anything but benefit the team. So it's nothing against Bissaka. We just need to clear that out as well. I think Bissaka can do more. Looking at how he's improved, looking at how he's playing, looking at his positioning off the ball, looking at how he's listening to Ten Hag and staying calm during games, not panicking. Certain aspects of his game need to improve. Crossing, final third, finishing, passing, on the ground, things like that. Staying higher up, not coming in, things like, okay, we can develop that, but I don't think it is crazy things to ask for. I think with the right training, with the right manager, with the right, help, he can do it. I really do think he can do it. The fact that he has done what he's done so far, and we paid 50 million based on him not being able to do this. When we paid 50 million, he couldn't even do this, and he's doing it now. He could tackle, he could always tackle, but he couldn't do what he's doing now going forward. So I think he can do more. That's just that's the only argument. He can do more. But moving on, let me read some of the chats from the people. Big up to Aminur, says Faz, I would sign Caicedo now. Very good player. I think we are all in agreement. I don't know anyone who wouldn't want to sign Caicedo. I don't. If you don't want to sign Caicedo, I personally want to hear from you, and I want to understand why. Because you are on your medication needs to be changed. If you think we shouldn't sign Caicedo. On top of that, Woodward with a super chat. Thank you very much, Woodward. Just a reminder for Greeks, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, his first choice. I think he means for Ten Hag or something, but his first choice.
I have something to say though with that.
Go on.
We've all guessed Wan-Bissaka, but is it not true that Ten Hag is looking for a right back right now?
Yeah, that's where all this conversation started. Yes, it is true.
So I mean, we've all talked about it, but there's a great possibility, by the way, that Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not number one next year, and Matt and his Dutch friend, which I don't agree, by the way. I don't think Frimpong is the right answer at right back, by the way. Right now, I wouldn't sign a right back because the right back market. There was only one name I wanted at right back, and it was Malo Gusto. That was the answer to all my prayers for the right back. Otherwise, I think the right back market is a little cooked. By the way, same with the left back market, and that is why I've talked about center mids playing fullback, center back playing right back. Like we look at Arsenal, for example, Ben White. No one thought that he'd be a right back, and he's arguably been the best consistent performing right back this season, for example. So most of the season, maybe last couple weeks, obviously as Arsenal have tailed off a little bit, his performance had dropped. But even Man City don't play with fullbacks anymore. It's 4 center backs. So it could be a case where Erik ten Hag, for example, we might sign Timber and he plays right back.
I don't want him. But
I don't understand where. I'll be very honest. As much as we don't want him and whatever, that's our opinion. Cool, we're entitled. That's fine. I don't understand where this is coming from. What? Why is Ten Hag looking for a new right back? I don't understand. The only thing I can point a finger on is because none of the right backs can attack.
No,
they can't.
I think that's the case.
But then Faz,
it's for Anthony. The
thing is that he was looking for it when he joined the club, and at that point of time, when he joined the club, yes, he was looking for it. Before the right after the World Cup, for some time he was maybe looking in the market, but at that point of time, Wembley was not performing the way he is performing today.
Ronald, I would like to humbly disagree because the reports came out 2 weeks ago.
We're in talks with Frimpong's agent every single day.
That's correct.
Every single day we are in talks with Frimpong.
The reports have been reported by all the big trusted platforms that Ten Hag has started talks with Frimpong's entourage already.
It might not get done because obviously we have other priorities such as striker, center mid, for example. So it's going to get put on the backlog. But it could also be a case where how Malacia became like our second signing. It could be a case where since that deal is much cheaper, the right back deal, it might get done quicker, for example. But for me personally, Frimpong's not the answer because I worry about him.
To be honest, like I don't know about this manager because whatever comes.
Ronald, you're breaking up. Sorry. Ronald, really sorry, but you're breaking up quite a bit. Are you there? I think his network is gone. Ronald, sorry, your network is breaking up quite a bit. It's cutting out. I think you need to get out, refresh, and then come back in. Maybe that might help. But let's keep the conversation moving. Fullback is all in good. Dalot has now found a new position, left back. I do want to ask a question on this particular player, a player that I love and a player that I'm sure all of you guys love, but maybe some people, Manchester United fans are high-rolling fans. They go all in and they want to cash out early. Malacia did get a little bit of cooking yesterday. He did. He got cooked by Solimarsh when he came on. Couple times here and there.
I can't lie. The last 15 minutes of extra time, I was going back back and forth with my basketball game, so I didn't really remember that much from the last 15 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to someone in today's day and age that I call a fraud.
I still watch.
No,
I
no,
still.
don't do anything. Don't
Can I
do
say
anything.
something? Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something?
No,
Can I
no,
say
no.
something?
You will get your chance to
Okay.
give your witness statement, to give your
Alright.
statement. But in a situation where Manchester United are the underdogs, which is very weird as it is, playing in a semi-final against your favorite winger, you decided on your 17 screens to put a basketball.
Oh, can I explain myself? Can I explain myself?
Okay, go on.
Can I say something?
Go on.
Do you know who was playing? My beloved New York Knicks were in a basketball playoff game, and it's a playoff series, and that's my team.
Okay,
I
New
rock for
York
them.
Knicks, right?
That's my squad.
Do you live in New York?
Yes,
Who's the best player in New York Knicks?
Jalen Brunson. That's my point
Don't
guard.
know him. Fraud. Don't care.
I don't care, bro. Okay, do you know what Jalen Brunson has done? He's changed my life as much as Lisandro Martinez has. That's how good he has been for me. Him, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson and Lisandro Martinez have changed my life for the better. The reason I smile on Monday morning is because of those three, because they play for my prospective teams. Trust me, it's an important game, bro. Playoffs is important.
Yeah, sure.
And
yeah.
I've only seen them be in the playoffs 2 times in the 15 years I supported them. So it's a rare case I see them in the playoffs. So it's just as important as the FA Cup for me personally.
Okay.
So that's why I was watching both of them at the same time.
We have some like mixed feelings in the comments for your team.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
To be fair, no, it's okay. Forget the
That's a
comments.
squad. New York till I die.
To be fair, I don't watch any sport other than football. I'm very poor. I love tennis, but I don't watch it like that. So Griggs watches football, egg ball, NFL,
Yeah.
and he also watches basketball. I only understand basketball when it comes to Steph Curry, LeBron, big players. Other than that, I don't. So
Yeah, unfortunately, those don't play for my team.
I can excuse that because you live in New York. You're supporting your basketball team in New York. A big playoff game. I didn't know that. I thought it's just a random game, but it's okay.
Playoffs.
Yeah, playoff is important. I know the importance of playoff. So okay, cool. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Fine.
I know what happened in extra time, but I wasn't focused on specific performances, like specific plays. All I remember is Woot Whitehorse pissing me off. I remember Marcus Rashford hitting like the ball 35 yards wide right.
Yeah.
And I remember Sancho messing up a shot and a pass. And I remember Matoma almost breaking De Gea's leg. I almost clapped at that,
okay.
but that's another case.
I know some people who were punching the air when that happened. I hope you were not one of them.
No, I don't wish anyone to break the leg.
Yeah, but I know some people, they're not in this stream today, but if they're watching, you know who you are. People were punching the air when that happened. And that's not good.
I was punching the air today, though. I was punching the air with them for Fabrizio news. I really was. They kind of ruined my Monday afternoon, but it's okay.
Yeah. But David De Gea, he made some good saves. He was okay. But the player, that I wanted to talk about is Tyrell Malacia. Started the season so well, has had a little bit of dip ever since the Sevilla game. What's going on here?
I can't lie. After that Sevilla game, he deserves to get benched for at least the next month. That was atrocious.
I have Manchester United fans who are saying Tyrell Malacia was a mistake.
Nah, that's crazy.
These are people that are not on Twitter, regular Man United, regular people that I just know day to day, saying that Tyrell Malacia should be sold. They're literally, extreme. They're saying he's getting cooked. I did a little bit of research. A player that played against Tyrell Malacia has said, don't rate him. Don't rate him. Not all that. Obviously, I mentioned that in the space or in my in the group chat before. As you guys know, I said players that I've spoken to, not fair, but are aware and careful of Bissaka way more than obviously Tyrell Malacia, and they're not fearful of Tyrell Malacia at all. Where do you think? I mean, I'll start with you, Omo, and then I'll go to Ronald and Ed. Omo, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Tyrell Malacia yesterday, Sevilla. I thought yesterday he would come on and he would prove a point. He would play a bit more aggressive. Going forward, I think he's our worst fullback. Is that safe to say?
Yes, he's not ready yet. I think he still has time. He has to accumulate to the league first. He's not all the way there yet. In the beginning, he was kicking and running. Then all of a sudden, he was benched for a series of games, like a lot of games. Then all of a sudden against Sevilla, it was just poor. It was just poor. Then I understand why he was benched for the other game. For I believe why he was benched for Nottingham Forest and Sevilla second leg. Like I understand, like he's not ready yet, and he's still like 22, 23. So I'm not too worried about that. Like he ain't being benched. Okay, it's good for character. Like he's gonna come back bang in the next game is what I'm hoping for. Because I know his style of play is as the match go on, he build up into the matches. I think every time Hall wants him to like as soon as minute one get going, and he's not there yet. He like minute 20, he's getting into the game. Minute 30, he's getting the groove of the game. But so far, he needs to like minute one. I'm here 100%. That's what he needs to do.
In the World Cup, I mean, Thingy spoke highly of him. What's his name? Van Gaal. Spoke very highly of him. What do you make of it, Ronald, so far? I mean, first season, sure. But
Well, to be honest,
he's had some shaky performances, sure.
I think he has he had shaky performances. Yes, absolutely, he has. And which player has not had it in the team? If anyone can tell me that, that would be perfect. But I'll be honest. I think we have already gotten more out of him for the amount of money we paid. 12 million.
Money
That's
aside.
cheap. Even money aside, like just looking at, has he come in at good times? Yes, he has. Has he done well against players where Shaw doesn't actually do fairly well? He has. There's always a bright side, a flip side to what he does. Has he had bad games? Has he had howlers? Yes, he has. Is he going to learn from it? Absolutely, he should, and that's what we expect him to do. Because I don't think I have seen Malacia do a same mistake twice till now. It's always something new. And I don't know why. It's just one thing that I've seen him do multiple times. That's slipping. He slips a lot, man. I don't know what's with his, shoes or whatnot.
Manchester United need to go and sign Nike. It's these boots, man.
I think it's Puma that he also wears. And he slips a lot. He slips an awful lot, bro.
It's the pitch as well. I've seen a lot of our players slip. I've seen Anthony slip like 100 times as well.
Because Anthony, the common factor, both of those players, it's Puma. Both of them wear Puma. So I don't know if it's the boots or what, but he slips a lot. But then again, 12 million and a player who's actually been there when Shaw has not. Because let's be honest, we have a replacement in place for Dallo, Pisaka, Martinez, Varane. Who's going to replace Shaw if we did not have Malacia? We literally have no one.
I find myself baffled that there are Man United fans who are saying Malacia should never start. He's been awful in games that we needed him. And I have to remind them what Malacia did to Saka, what Malacia did to Salah, and they need to understand that this kid is still so raw. He's been brought in specifically, let's not forget, because he locked up Anthony in the Eredivisie. That's what happened. That's how he made his name in Ten Hag's radar. But Ed, going into the next season, I mean, Tyrell, he still won't be starting. We're looking for a right back. He can play numerous positions. If you had to score his season, what would you score him out of 10? Season's not done, sure, but it's still in the latter stages. What would you score him?
Probably give him 6, maybe 6.5. Like most of the guys have said, he's had a couple banging performances, handful of banging performances in the big games. But he's also had a handful of howlers as well, But yeah, for the most part, he's been the soonest for his steady Eddie, as I say, he's not, nothing over the top. You give him the benefit of the doubt for it's his first season, still getting used to things, still adapting. But you've seen glimpses of what he can do, especially on the defensive side. I think it's just a matter of working on his offense and getting that up. and give him the benefit of that next season. Hopefully, he'll be able to challenge Shaw, for that left back role, on a more frequent basis. You know what I mean?
Taz, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
So when a person works in a job, right, he gets rated out of 5 stars, and a person normally gets rated 3.5 if he's meeting expectations.
Okay.
Is Malacia meeting expectations? Yes, absolutely he is, in my opinion. He's getting 3.5 star rated because at the end of the day, Malacia has had more games where he has done the job for us and where he has been good as well, compared to games where he has howlers.
What would you give Ed? What would you rate Anthony's season as then?
I'll probably give him 6.5. I'll probably say, yeah.
Anthony
for a season overall, yeah. I think for
Ed, you have to collect this one, Ed.
What would you give him?
Well, yeah, what would you give him?
What do you think I would give him?
Call the police.
8.
You probably not gonna give him an 8, but I'll give him a 7.
Has to be an 8. Has to be.
For me to 7.
Comment.
Seven.
There's nearly 60 of you watching.
For me to 7.
Did Ed deserve the sin bin? Because he did.
Oh yeah, definitely. All the time.
He did it. He did it.
I understand. He said
didn't.
6.5.
Barcelona, Man City, even though we lost, Arsenal, 6.5. Ed.
Yo, it's similar to Malacia though. That's the thing. I'm like, yo, he's had some bangers. Don't get twisted. I'm like, yo, I give Anthony his credit. He's had some bangers.
Okay, fair enough. Like Malacia 6.5, Anthony 7.5, but not 8.
Let Ed explain the 6.5. I would really want to understand the 6.5.
No, I'm saying, yes, I'm saying he's had some bangers.
Ed, cook.
He's definitely had bangers. I'm not gonna dispute his bangers. Yeah, like that goes without saying. But more times than not, he's looked. What's the word? He's looked like there's a phrase, try hard, as they say. Like he's doing. He's.
I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to say. He's doing a little too much. Extra.
Yeah, he's too
keep it basic.
Like I get it. He's trying to show what he can do. He's trying to give the. He knows that price tag's on his head. He knows social media, watching every move. So he's like, yo, I got to show that I can do everything. And sometimes he does too much and he makes, silly mistakes. He ends up sort of going missing from, because he's just not focused on doing his main role. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, and don't get twisted. This sort of the last few months, he's definitely become more and more consistent. And I'm like, all right.
If you asked this question a month or two, if you asked this question a month ago, it would have been a low 4.
I might have been dropping that lower.
Politicians. Hold on, because I see all of you, even in the chat. I know you guys are watching this stream on your phone doing this, like agreeing with him. But watch me now. Ed is gonna get a light little grilling. Watch.
Let's go.
Ed, Malacia, when he started the season, did he start strong?
Yeah, I say that.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He Arsenal, Liverpool, or debut, all of this started strong.
Yeah.
Has Malacia added on anything since he started?
No, I would say I'd say he sort of peaked early.
Yeah, peaked early, stayed there, and he went down. Stayed there. He didn't go upward. Stayed there, went down a little bit. And you gave him 6.5 for that. Anthony, did he start the season strong?
Not so much. Obviously the Arsenal game, but then but after that, not really. No, he's sort of,
not so strong.
Yeah.
Okay-ish.
Yeah.
Then he had a little bit of dip. But did Anthony not go on an upward trajectory?
Yeah, no, I hear you on that one.
Okay. Number one criticism for Anthony, what was it? In your opinion?
I was saying that he does a bit too much. He's trying a bit too hard.
That's not the number one issue. What was the issue? What was the one thing that everybody picked up on?
His right foot.
His number one issue might be the tryhard thing, though. To be fair,
his right foot.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone's talks about his right foot. Yeah.
What was the number 2 issue? Come on, think, politicians.
A lot of showboating.
No.
Too much shooting.
No.
That's my number 2 issue.
Slows down the attack.
Slows down the attack. Yeah.
That's the number 2.
He's not fast enough.
Slows down the attack.
No, he is fast enough. Wait, he is fast.
Okay. I know my number 2 issue doesn't go down the outside.
No, but the number 2 issue, general average consensus of everyone, is he doesn't use his right foot. He slows down the attack. Has he not improved on both, Ed? Has he not improved on both?
Yeah, no, that's true. But for me, those were never issues on my end. There was never issues on my end. I never had issues with his right foot. Like for
If
me,
he started off 6.5, then how come he's not a 7.5 by now, Ed? Come on now, Ed.
But I think in his case, I don't think Anthony started at 6.5. It started way lower for him.
Yeah, see, as I said, I'm semi there. I'm like, if you'd ask this question, maybe in January,
I'm with him, bro.
I
I mean, I do understand where Ed is coming from, because Ed is factoring in the factor that he was injured around the time of the World Cup before he allegedly faked the injury for the World Cup. And then, he was gone for a few months as well. Then he had that incident where he had no control of it. So, has he been an integral part of the team? Absolutely, yes. For me, he is a 7.5. Absolutely. And I think I started with him at maybe a 5. And that's just because Faz had hyped him up so much. Like, it was 4, then I heard Faz talk about him and it went to 5. But then right now he's 7.5. Like that's how it is.
Can you justify giving him a 7, Ed?
I could justify 7, yeah. But I'm saying, but I'd be like,
eyebrows are really cutting
because you're
convinced that he's a stretch.
7.5
is a stretch.
He said 7 is a stretch. He said 7
is a stretch for me. But I said there and go. Don't exist. If we're just going off the last few months, his last few months, I give him like an 8 out of 10. For the last since like late Jan to now, he's like 8 out of 10. But those first few months, he was doing about a 5, maybe 5.5. That was what he was doing.
Okay, can I ask a question, Faz?
Go on.
Anthony, because you watch Anthony closely, right? Like, let's say you watch him the most. Griggs doesn't, Ed doesn't, Omo doesn't. Would you prefer Anthony or do you see Anthony better with Dallo, or do you see Anthony better with Bissaka?
Very good question. Dallo. I see him better with Dallo.
But his performance, the one that you were talking about, the trajectory that has gone up when he's playing with Bissaka.
Just to confirm, I know, okay, I can understand that.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka and Anthony.
But I'll tell you this. All of you guys have made a fundamental error here, because you all, and I'm gonna pump my own head here and say that I'm right. I normally don't do this. I'm saying Anthony, right, officially has been registering start of the season rating 7.6, 6.6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 7, 7, 7, 7, 6.6. Injury. Couple of games, not in the squad. 6, not in the squad. 6, 6, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, 7. Couple more 6s, couple more 6s. 7, 7.5, 8, 7, 8, like that.
So basically, that sounds like a 7 or 6.5. That's what it all averages out to.
No, I heard a lot more 7 and 8s in there, to be honest.
7.
I heard way more 6s and 7s than I heard 8. I heard
6 twice. I said 6.
No, you did not.
No.
You said 6
no.
way more times. Do not do that.
Guys, you were stuck on 6 for a while, to be honest.
And also, I don't know what website. I don't know if you're using FootMob or something, bro.
You see what I tried to do? I said couple of 6s. Oh, I saw the 6s. My eyes started going, yo.
Exactly. Exactly. At best, it's a 7.
But I personally feel that whenever he's playing with Anthony, with Bissaka, he does not have to do that defensive work.
But, what did you rate him yesterday's game, Ed? What would you give him yesterday's rating?
Probably a 7 yesterday.
Really? Greg, 7?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would have given him shy of 8, but officially he actually got 6.9 yesterday. So you guys are right.
Wait. Who gave him a 6.9? Who's that crackhead?
Officially.
Nah.
I know what, bro. There were a couple moments where
They fucked up yesterday. They fucked
Nah,
up.
there was a couple moments where he.
How come when Anthony got subbed up, everybody was crying?
I swear to God, everyone
He was not our best player yesterday, personally.
Wait, so who was
No,
our best
you got
player?
to for the
No,
bench one. The
attacking,
defense were
not
on fire.
defensive.
Oh,
The
okay,
defense
okay,
were-
okay. Okay. Best attacker.
defense are
Yeah, I'll
clean.
tell you that. I'll tell you he's
Yeah.
our best attacker. Yes.
Yeah, best
Yeah,
attacker.
best
But
attacker,
yeah, the defense was
I would have
clean.
given
Well,
him
our attack wasn't good yesterday, so 7 sounds just about right.
Yeah,
We didn't score a goal.
Yeah, I think because of that they gave him a 6.9, and because of his 2 horrible shots. Let's address the elephant in the room. The guy who everybody wants to give a 5-year contract. You all know who I'm talking about. I don't want to say this. I didn't say this on Twitter because people will jump and take something. But as much as he's passionate and everything, it kind of seems like he's trying very hard. Why is he going to the fans all the time?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Why is he going
Wait,
to the
who are you
fans?
talking about?
Oh, yo, I thought you were talking about someone else, and now I got it. Okay, when you said the fans,
Who
part,
do
I
you
get
think
it.
I was talking about? Because this is how I bring the agendas out.
Nah. When you said 5-year contract, I thought you were talking about number 1. When you said 5-year contract, I thought you were talking about number 1.
See agenda. See agenda.
Wait, who's that? Wait. I'm confused.
Fuck you. Fraud again.
Yo, you said people who people want to give a 5-year contract to. We all know who most people want to give a 5-year contract to.
Over here, a 5-year contract.
Yeah, they do. This fan base is diseased by that guy, bro. They
Bro,
obviously want to give him a
till
5-year
now,
contract.
no, Griggs, I'll be honest, till now I thought Faz was cooking me for Sancho.
No.
No one wants to
no.
give. No one
What's
wants to
going
give that guy a
on?
5-year contract.
Sancho didn't even
No
have a
one
conversation.
wants to give that. Nah, he's talking about number 27, the mountain
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah,
No.
I'm talking about Weghorst.
Number 27. Oh, Faz, calm. No, don't do this. I'll have a heart attack.
People love him. You have a heart attack. We know
no
why.
one's-
We're not addressing.
First of all, you didn't do the introduction right with the 5-year contract. You don't want to give Weghorst a 5-year contract. People just say
Exactly.
permanent. Just say
Even
permanent deal.
almost says 2 years.
Just say permanent deal.
No,
Just say they want to give him a permanent deal in terms of making the loan permanent. Let's just stick with that. That's the beginning.
I mean, a permanent deal is gonna be a few
Okay,
years. Anyway.
so Faz, tell me
I know.
5 things. You want to give him a 5-year contract, right? You.
Never say.
No.
He said
Top
fans.
Reds. No. Top Reds. No.
No, I remember. You're a top red, aren't you?
That's just the top right. You're right with
You're a top red. You're a top red. I'm done. He said he's a top red, but man can't give me 5 things Wout Weghorst is good at.
He hates Martial. He loves De Gea. He probably rates Weghorst running.
Bro, those aren't 5 reasons to give Wout Weghorst a contract. Bro. What are you
there are no
doing?
reasons. No, there are no reasons to give Weghorst a contract.
I
There's
agree
no
with
reason
you,
on planet
Griggs.
Earth.
This is the one point where you and I sit on the same table in the same space. We agree with each other. Wout Weghorst should not be at this club whatsoever. He's not the level that we should be looking at. Teams have a striker like Benzema.
Don't tell me you're about to say
No,
you want.
Faz. No. Hold on, Faz. Think
Faz
about
loves
this.
his passion, though, innit,
All
guys? Faz
the
loves
all
his
the
passion.
big teams. No, wait. All the big teams in the club in the world are actually bringing their strikers. Real Madrid, Benzema. Barcelona, Lewandowski. Liverpool, who's this right? Nunes. Man City, Erling Haaland. Arsenal, Jesus. And who we going with? Wout Weghorst. And Martial on crutches.
Okay.
You're being unfair, Ronald, because Wout Weghorst is not number 1 striker. You mentioned our number 1 striker, and you mentioned Wout Weghorst and that. That's unfair.
Bro, I had to mention both of them.
No, you mentioned the bench striker, and we compared that with Wout Weghorst. Then you being fair.
Right. Let me ask you this. Phil Jones stays, Wout Weghorst goes. Wout Weghorst stays, Phil Jones goes.
Phil Jones stays, Wout Weghorst goes. At least Phil Jones has experience of holding trophies and telling the stories. He can have stories about Ronaldo that Wout Weghorst does not even know.
No, I didn't mean to say that much. I know if Phil Jones says he won't play anyway, while Weghorst leave, if Wout Weghorst plays, I know Ten Hag will somehow figure out a way to play him.
See, the fact is, Faz, that because of Wout Weghorst, we are making our number 2 spot incapable of playing a good game, of being a competent striker. We don't have it. We have Wout Weghorst who struggles to run. I know he has passion. I know he has love for the game. I know he respects the manager. He respects the badge. Even though he touches Anfield logo, he respects the badge. But then again, is the man fit enough to give us goals? How many goals does he have? He had one goal. He made the most of it. He went down, he did this, that, rolled 4 times.
He doesn't have that many goals. I mean,
Yes, too.
striker market is going to be very, very difficult. I mean,
He has missed many goals than actually scored them.
Faz, you adding that penalty to his GA, yeah?
Nah, to be fair though, I actually was confident here. I was confident he was scoring his penalty. To be fair though, I was
I was too.
let's ask this then. Who did you think? Everybody comment as well and get involved. Who did you think was going to miss their penalty?
Dalo. I don't like his run up.
Who was going to miss the Lindelof?
Who did you think was going to miss? Let's go. Omo, who did you think was going to miss?
Low. Once the low scored, I turned it off. I was so scared. That run up got me shook. I turned it off. I turned it off.
Okay, Briggs said Dallo. You said Dallo. You motherfuckers don't like my friend Dallo, yeah?
The run up was the run up. That straight, that straight line, that straight line run up is not that straight line run up. I've seen it. I've seen that go horrible in Pence so many times. And he did the little stutter dance as well.
I was scared. He was right.
Okay.
I turned it off.
Everybody comment. Who did you think was gonna miss their penalty?
Sabitzer as well. Sancho.
This motherfucker wanted everybody to miss, man. It's
No. I was confident. Who went first? Casemiro. I was confident he was scoring. I was confident Rashford and Sancho were in the score. There's just Sabitzer worried me, and Sabitzer took the worst penalty out of everyone. His almost got saved.
Yeah. Ed,
and also center backs kicked the best penalty. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
Who did you think was gonna miss?
Dallo, I definitely. But as he was doing that run up, I thought, oh god, I was gonna miss. I ain't gonna lie. I literally thought Sabitzer did miss. I literally sank to my feet. I literally just thought it missed. When I saw Sanchez get his hand to it, I like sank to the ground. I was like, oh fuck. And then
I mean, I would agree with everyone and say that whenever you meet him next, tell your friend to fix his run up. But the one that scared me the most was actually Lindelof. I don't know. There was something weird about him just walking up, going there. I think it was there is a certain pressure when the man before you has missed. You do get a bunch of confidence, but then it can be overconfidence, and you might make an error. So just putting in all those factors, and Lindelof, he's never our main man to go for anything when it comes to with the ball, just long passes maybe, but his one. Even when he was setting it up and just standing, because if you look back, I know the lot of credit has been given to Wout Weghorst for the kiss of death or whatever they want to call it in today's world, when he kissed the ball and he gave it away. If you look at the video again, David De Gea was actually there at the spot, the penalty kick spot, and I don't know what he did over there. Man did something. Yeah, he did something that just made the ball feel uncomfortable in that space. Because he was playing with that space or with his leg. He was standing on that. He was messing with the penalty spot.
That was the only thing right he did in that penalty shootout, because that motherfucker was the same right thing. Now.
Yeah, but he did something. Like he was Greg, don't you agree? He was standing there with his feet right in the penalty spot, and he was doing something.
Casemiro told him to start talking to the other team's penalty takers to kind of get into their heads. Psychological warfare.
So his one, it was the most scary one for me. I don't know, Lindelof, it just kind of felt scary.
The king of
I would have been more. I hate to say this. I hate to say this. When it comes to penalties, I think I'm fairly comfortable with Maguire taking one.
Let's not even go there.
I get that. Yo, Maguire's actually taking the best pen I've ever seen in a penalty shootout. Bro, that Euros one was the best pen.
Listen.
That Euros
the reason why we won.
I'm a timer, everyone.
The reason we won is Wout Weghorst.
I'll just end the stream on here.
Nah, can you agree though? Yo, that Euros one was probably the best pen I've ever seen in a penalty shootout. Bro, that hit.
I'm gonna end the stream. On God,
I'm sorry. I
don't want to hear his name.
I take my words back. Nothing happened in the last 30 seconds.
He had nothing to do with that game. I don't want to hear it.
I'm trying to give him credit.
That I thought was going to miss a penalty. Who did you think? Guess my number one. Everybody
Sancho.
down below. Guess.
It's Sancho.
It's Sancho, for sure.
You're the number one Sancho hater.
You have no confidence in Sancho. You have no love for Sancho, Faz.
Agenda.
Faz, you have no love for Sancho. You're shameless.
Agenda
And
was agenda.
no, you're
Agenda.
shameless, bro.
Agenda. Same way he said.
No,
I have
it's not.
agenda,
No,
agenda.
it's not.
Wait,
It's not.
don't change
It's
your
not
answer
agenda.
now. Do not change
No,
your
it's-
answer. You already know
No,
it's Sancho.
guys,
Just
guys,
stay
have
quiet.
you have you noticed? Omo,
Just stay back there.
Omo, Griggs,
Nobody
wait.
change your answer. We know your answer.
Omo, have you noticed? Omo, have you noticed? Every time you bring up Anthony, Sancho talk happens.
Sancho, just immediate counter.
Where does it come from? Where does it come from? Sancho's name comes up real quick. That's like if you wanna defend Anthony, bring Sancho up. That's how Faz
Right.
moves.
First,
Do
you're
not
correct,
change your answer.
but you're correct. You all are correct. Yes, you are right. But who took a penalty before Sancho?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Oh, his PTSD kicked in. I get it.
Listen,
Yours-
Rashford's stutter shook me. I said, "Why are you stuttering?" So Rashford started, and then he went to the left. At that point, I said, "Bro, you're going, bro. The penalty's there. Why are you going all the way?" Bro, man took Ronaldinho left. You know Ronaldinho when he used to
No,
go,
Ronaldo left.
he went left. Then he came on the inside, and he ran so fast. I thought he was gonna miss the ball itself. Then he stopped. Then he pulled his handbrake. Then he stuttered. I was like, Rashi, on God, you're doing too much, bro. Just smack
Nah,
the ball.
you know who does that the best, right?
But then he did a little run, and then he slotted it in. And when the ball went in, I actually didn't think it went in because I was just so bamboozled by that run. That was number one. And I just felt like, Rashford, pressure, high level. It's like almost written that the media are just typing up the draft tweets and whatever for Rashford. Then came Jadon Sancho. I'm very honest with you guys, always honest. I didn't like his walk from the halfway line to the ball. I didn't like it.
No,
He
it
was
was
like-
nice. He was very relaxed.
He was
He
like,
was calm.
Yeah, he looked like he was proper
So,
strolling.
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's what you need.
No,
That's what you need.
Faz, he has learned.
Don't worry
He
about.
has
Don't worry,
learned from-
don't worry about
No.
my game,
Wait,
boy.
watch his walk when he did the
Faz,
Euros one.
Faz, he has
wasn't walking
learned.
the same he did the Euros one.
He has
guy
learned
is
from the
all
past.
Properly. He has headphones in his ear.
Bro,
not
he
moving.
was walking like he had headphones in his ear.
He had headphones in his ear.
Bro, he was walking.
That's what you need.
But you have to be that calm in such a situation.
I can trust Ronaldo, Lewandowski, top level players to be like that. But Sancho walked so calm.
Nah, Faz, I'll be honest. If Ronaldo walked like that, he's probably going to miss. Ronaldo has to be focused. No, he has to always be focused. Sancho, on the other hand, when you let him be loose, he plays the best.
He was so relaxed. Too relaxed. I'll be honest, too relaxed. I can't lie.
Too relaxed for your comfort, huh?
All our
Yeah,
players,
right,
all our
right.
players should do that. All our players should do the stutter though. Yo, doing the stutter on a penalty is the best thing you could do because we all know who's mastered it best, Neymar, and he's the
Yeah.
probably. That's what even
Yeah, but
Messi.
Neymar didn't take penalties. He took the piss.
Yeah, but even
Even-
Messi, bro. Messi played with Neymar a couple extra years now at PSG, and he developed
Yeah,
a stutter step.
Neymar's one of the best penalty takers by Ronaldo.
Ever, exactly.
Now, Lindelof's penalty, though, at that point, I swear to God, I knew we were going to win. I've already tweeted out that we're going to win anyways, the FA Cup. But Lindelof's penalty, I just knew. Dallas, because it's like written. The guy's had the best performance of his life. He's not missing that. No way. Dallo, on the other hand, I knew he was going to score because, not that he told me, I'm joking, not that he told, but you see that celebration when he did the ice. The guy is already locked. These players, he's locked in. And guess what? I am going to take credit for that video now. Now is the time I'm going to take credit. I didn't take credit all this time. Now I'm going to squeeze and squeeze. I told him, fix up, bro, fix up. I'm
Listen,
canceling
that little run up.
But that video was never wrong.
As soon as that
video-
run up and he scored, I turned it off. I can't deal with it. I cannot deal with that run up. I hate it.
Oh wait, by the way, I've seen a couple comments. It's been 2 hours into the stream. I'm surprised you haven't brought up this rumor that came out today. By the way,
It's a rumor. I was turned on when it came out. I've calmed down now. You know me. If I really start talking about it, I could talk another 2 hours about it. So
I'm not gonna give it a chance.
I know.
What's the rumor? I don't know. Tell me.
a certain Brazilian number 10.
Manchester United are considering a possible conversation with PSG for Neymar.
It's not going to be just Neymar.
It's not true though.
But it's
Not true.
well, I don't know if it's true.
Now,
but big
if Qatari money comes in,
and now if Qatar comes in, I can see them bringing Neymar. I do.
and the other guy.
And well,
I read the article. It just sounded like they basically just said Qatar comes in, we're gonna buy stars. That was their
people
reason
started
behind it.
tagging me. Believe it or not, people started tagging me. Planet Fast. I just checked my because someone mentioned Neymar and then Planet Fast. I just thought, has he done something? I didn't because I was busy. I didn't check. Then people started atting me, and then I was like, wait, what? But if Neymar comes to Man United, I am gonna make a new Twitter account called UTDNEY. It's gonna have his profile picture. I'm gonna gain 200,000 followers, and I'm gonna drop comps with like that song double it and then hello baby, all the Russ Millions, all of them. You know what I mean. You know exactly what I mean. I am gonna become a UTD account.
Wait, so Neymar would be our next 7.
Correct. He could get
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will.
He could handle it.
I will get a Neymar shirt. I will do everything possible to get his signature. Everything.
And Loki Rashford might have to develop that 7 and Neymar takes the 10.
No, Rashford is not. Rashford is can't take. That's MR10 is the brand.
Exactly.
I know, but so is Nathan.
I don't care about Nathan.
If Neymar comes, I would give the shirt to Neymar.
But Faz, Ney is 31.
So
he's gonna.
With Neymar, I'm gonna say this now. My heart says yes because I would love Neymar at Old Trafford, but my head.
Wait, what did you say, yo?
My heart says yes to Neymar.
That's all it knows. There you go. Thank you. That's all we need. Yes. You say yes.
Bro, Faz. If Neymar comes in, he has to accept Nike, bro.
Let's not get bogged down.
He's Puma's. He's the face of Puma.
Yeah, he's Puma's brand ambassador, bro.
Just like your favorite player, Martial's shirt got took by Zlatan. If Neymar comes in, Rashford's shirt has to get taken. I'm sorry, that's Neymar.
As per hierarchy, it has to be done.
And on top of that,
now Neymar, the more I think about it, I can't. That's Rooney's era. I can't get taken away. It can't get taken away.
Listen, Yash says yes. Rajat and everybody saying no to Neymar. As much as I love you, I don't care. Neymar to Manchester United.
See, that's proper Glazonomics.
If it happens, end of football is complete. Football is complete.
Wait, can Neymar not be? No, he can't be 9. Can he be 11?
Nah, that number's cursed. That number's cursed, yo. Ain't no one wearing that number ever again, please.
No, Neymar already has some traits, bro. What are you talking about?
I'm letting Neymar. I am going to fight on my UTDNEY account. All the people, someone check if that's account's already made.
Yo, it's not happening though. Anyway, it's not happening. Yo, Neymar ain't coming Man United. It's not happening.
If he does,
well, to be honest, in today's day, Garnacho owns that number.
You're right. No, this is true. This is true. Faz told me one time that he is in Player FC. This is true. DB Cooper. I did on stream, and the recording. Obviously, you can check. But for Neymar, I'm willing to bend over backwards any day, whatever he needs. This is Neymar, my generation's greatest, best player. Neymar. Ronaldo started Ronaldo was peaking at United when I started supporting United because I'm only 27. So I started watching United when he's like 07, 06, 07. Them times my mom and dad were just about to pay the TV bill so I could watch United, them young times. So that's when I started. Neymar, I really, really saw MSN days, Champions League Neymar, man. And yes, he's 31, but guess what? I couldn't care less. Benzi's 34. I really don't. If Neymar can give me one good season just for me, I'll take it. I don't
bring me Benzo.
Okay. So
you lot have sucked Martial all your life.
Wait.
No,
Faz.
Don't get me mad. You lot sucked Pogba all your life, and you took Pogba.
You like Pogba.
You took Pogba from me. You did. All of you watching.
It's
Pogba
not me,
did.
it's the
You
coach.
took him from
Okay,
me.
okay,
I
wait,
even
wait,
dyed
wait.
my hair
So,
like Pogba. I
Pogba's
don't
dodgy.
care. I
That
Faz,
dyed
means
my
took
hair like
Pogba from
Pogba.
you, bro.
You
Faz,
took
can I
Pogba
ask you a
from me.
question?
No, hold on. I am not letting you. If Neymar comes to United, I'm fighting you lot, all of you lot. I'm fighting
Sure,
you.
no
I'm throwing
slander. No
fists,
slander to
I'm
him.
throwing fists. You lot
We
can
would love him
hold
more
it.
than Anthony.
I don't, low key. The more I think about it, though, I can't have Neymar can't come back United, bro. This place is too toxic.
You know the beauty of love.
This is too toxic.
You know the beauty of love. You can love two people at the same time. That's the beauty.
Absolutely.
That's the beauty.
Nah,
It
this
is
club,
laughing.
this club will
This
make
is true.
this club will make you turn on your favorite players. Nah, this club will make you
Hey.
turn on your favorite players. I'm telling you.
Neymar will turn into Alexis 2.0, bro.
I think Griggs is talking from experience.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you right now, from my experience, bro, you don't want Neymar Man United, bro, because it will turn toxic if things go wrong.
Well,
It'll make
firstly,
Nah.
Rich is gonna fly.
I want
fly to
Neymar. I
LA.
want
He has to
Neymar.
see- He has to see Neymar. He's not going
Yeah.
home with, you know.
I'm
And then
pulling
we will
up.
have, and then we will have 5 players, 5 Brazilian
Yeah,
players.
I love
Because
Sancho.
the player
I
from
want him
PSG I
gone.
want right now is Marco Verratti. That's me first and foremost.
Wait, who?
Nah, we're taking a player from PSG.
Verratti?
There's only one player. There's only one player. If we go PSG, we're only coming back with
Verratti's
one
not a
guy.
bad shout, to be fair, but I
Nah.
like Vitinha too. But if
Team
you ask
team.
me,
Oh, and Nuno, man.
Faz, can I
yeah,
ask you a
Nuno
question?
Mendes is
Going
my
back to a
second
topic.
favorite player right now.
I want
like,
Killy. That's all we need.
in
Killy.
terms of players right now, you know.
No,
in
Mendes from
PSG.
PSG. Now
All
we
we need-
talking.
All we need is Killy. That's all we need from PSG. Only one player.
Look, can I be honest? Kylian Mbappe is amazing. One of the best, you know, in this generation going forward, if not the. But you know, Ronaldo and Messi's legacy will never be touched by anyone like Mbappe. They will.
They're the closest.
They will outscore. They may outachieve. You know,
Bro, I
something.
know legacy hype with all that shit, bro. All I care
But-
about is Mbappe
No,
bringing me
Chris,
Champions League and Premier League.
You don't have a heart. You have a rock inside. You have,
He's journalist.
Let me tell you what you have. You have an A1 bionic chip made by Intel.
That's not true.
inside it.
That's not true because Man United
That
break
is
my heart
true.
every single No, it's Man United break my heart every single Sunday and Thursday that we played for like the last couple months. So I do have a heart
No,
because you see my
no,
Twitter.
You don't have
I-
a heart.
They
You
they
don't have
break
a
your
heart.
They don't break your
You
heart.
are a
They-
journalist.
No,
Hold on. They don't.
You
break your
follow
heart.
me on Twitter. You see all my tweets.
They
you-
mess up. I know. You know
Do
what
I
you
tweet like
like?
someone? Do I tweet like someone that doesn't have a heart?
Yes. You
No, I
tweet
don't.
like an AI.
No, I don't because
You
I tweet.
like an
I tweet.
AI.
I tweet like an irrational Man United fan that has PTSD from this club. That's what I tweet like.
Wow, hear this man.
You
Oh my
tweet-
god.
Let me be honest. You tweet like Griggs GPT.
No, I don't, bro.
That's
Yo,
how you tweet.
that loss against Newcastle, my head was so gone. I started saying random stuff. I have a heart when it comes to this club. This club might be the only place I have a heart.
Listen, listen. I'm just telling you. If Neymar comes to United, I don't care. I might even change this.
He's not
channel's
coming.
name.
It's fine.
I might change this shit. You don't.
He ain't
understand.
coming. Don't worry about it. He ain't coming. It ain't happening.
Neymar is the last bit of Joga Bonito that's left on this earth, and I am going to suck it up all day long if he comes to United.
Okay, Faz,
no.
one question, Faz, real quick. Neymar is already in, okay? And now we are having a conversation over Wout Weghorst, what we were talking about. Are you keeping Wout Weghorst, or are you bringing Firmino on a free?
Firmino on a free.
He's
But
going
wait,
Barca.
what's the
He's going
question?
Barca.
Between who?
Wout Weghorst and Firmino.
Firmino on a free. Wout can.
I just wanted to know your opinion, how you said that question.
What's
Just
this
cannot
thing?
work on Walt.
What's this thing about? Oh, he's a Liverpool scum player. Wouldn't take it. I don't give a fuck if he helped me win.
He ain't coming anyway.
Exactly.
He signed a contract with Barca.
People want Kane, but have problem with Firmino.
Well, yeah, Harry Kane's a better player.
Well, Harry Kane is still Harry fucking Kane. He guarantees you goals.
So does
Firmino don't
Firmino.
guarantee you goals.
Nah, not to
Harry
the
Kane's
level of Harry
Chelsea's
Kane.
problem.
Huh?
No, he's not. Harry Kane is our problem, yo.
Poch
Nah,
coming
Kane
in,
campaign
Chelsea,
is happening, bro. Kane's
No,
campaign. Yo,
no,
Kane
Griggs,
is coming to
Griggs,
Man
Griggs.
United.
Hold on, Ed, you said something about Poch. What did
Chelsea.
you say?
No, he said since Poch is the new Chelsea manager,
Poch
Harry
going
Kane.
Chelsea, then
Bro,
you go
Daniel
Gomez.
Levy would rather kill himself than sell Harry Kane to Chelsea. I promise you that. Over his dead body will Harry Kane
Hey,
become a
don't-
Chelsea player.
Firstly,
if there's
I
one
don't.
thing Levy loves, it's the bag. Levy loves
Sorry,
the
go
bag
on.
more than anything.
It's the bag.
No,
Levy
he
loves
loves
the
his ego.
bag.
He loves
Okay,
his ego.
wait.
ego.
Griggs, you tell me. No, Griggs, you tell me. Who can give Levy the amount of money he needs? Who right now in their mind, which owner can give Levy the
Oh.
money in the Premier League itself.
In terms of money, it'll be Chelsea, but there's a problem. Daniel
Exactly
Levy will
my
never,
point.
No, but Daniel Levy will
Bro,
never step to Chelsea.
that guy at Chelsea will give 25-30 million
Kane
more
won't take the move though.
than what
Kane won't
Levy
take
is
the,
asking.
Kane won't take the move though. They're not in Champions League. Kane
Bro,
wants Champions League.
I have seen people tell me that they wanted to support Manchester United since they were born, and they were playing in a different jersey just months ago.
If Harry Kane goes to another
changes.
Premier League club, it's Man United. We're the only possible option for him in the Premier League. Chelsea are gonna.
Said who?
Bro, you're acting like
Every
like
single
you
possible
don't understand
journalist.
Two of Chelsea's.
Bro, I
most
don't
important
listen to
ones.
journalists. They're always paid.
Wait, what is that? I don't understand. Levy is not letting
Harry
him
Kane.
go to another London club.
Yeah, he's not doing that, bro. It's not happening. The
You
guy,
have a choice if you came
Roman
over to Chelsea, you
Abramovich
have a choice.
was willing to overspend for Luka Modric, even invited him onto his yacht, and Daniel Levy said, "You're not going anywhere. You're only going to Madrid. That's the only place you're going."
Yeah,
Daniel
he-
Levy.
Hold on. What's
He
that?
didn't, he
fullback?
hadn't built that stadium at that time.
What's that?
Danny Rose.
What's that fullback?
Danny Rose.
Even he took the piss with Danny Rose.
Yeah, bro. Daniel Levy is the stingiest person in football,
Right.
bro.
He don't
He-
let players
Bro,
like
he
that.
might have been okay.
Bro,
He
he
might
even
have
came
been
out
in the
today.
past.
But no, he still.
He might have been in the past, but now he has built a stadium, and he.
No,
needs
do you
to
know what
get
came
that
out today?
paid off.
Do you know what came out today? Do you know what came out today?
What?
It already said
Yeah,
for
go
Harry
on.
Kane. If any club outside of England wants to buy Harry Kane, you just need 80 million. If a club in England wants to buy Harry Kane, it's 100 mil or above. Otherwise, we ain't talking at the table. This guy will charge premium for English clubs. And Harry Kane won't take the move to Chelsea because they're obviously not in a position for him to succeed at right now. There's only one club in England. It's Man United first because we're going to be in Champions League. 2, Legacy. Is there a better club for Harry Kane to break the all-time Premier League goal-scoring record than the biggest club in England?
You think Chelsea can't do
Just
nothing
to-
with one game a week
just
next
to
season?
clarify-
They've got 1 game a week next season.
I ain't gonna know shit.
Yeah. Just to clarify, what Levy is doing in football terms is correct. Just so you guys iron this out. Take your
Yeah, it's the same with us in Liverpool and City. Will we ever sell players to Liverpool and City? Hell no.
charging his rivals in the same league.
We have sold Tevez to City. What
We
hell
didn't sell
no?
him. He wasn't our
Didn't
player.
sell him, didn't
He
sell
wasn't our player. We had him on loan.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
didn't
he
agree.
was- he was
We
our
didn't make him
player.
permanent.
Well.
He wasn't our player. He was West Ham's player.
You wanted to leave anyways.
No, he wanted to stay, and Fergie said no.
Fergie ended up fucking buying Thingy the next.
Let me not talk about this Fergie guy, bro. I've already said this guy needs to get locked up out of Carrington, and he shouldn't even be allowed anywhere near Man United premises right now. This guy needs to get locked up, bro. Get him out.
I don't want to see you anywhere near the club, bro.
That
Because
one
you'll
is-
make weird decisions, bro. This guy.
How can you say Sir Alex Ferguson shouldn't come to Old Trafford?
It depends.
Wild. That's just wild.
It depends.
About what depends on what between you two.
Yeah.
How can you say? How dare you say? Listen, there's some things that is like tribal, and some things that is just set in stone, man.
Bro, I'm just talking about in terms of footballing decisions.
Hear
He
him
should be
out.
locked out of Carrington.
I'll
He
be
makes
honest.
decisions, and he needs to stop making
I'll
those
be
decisions.
honest. Look, Griggs, I'll be honest. As much as that's your opinion, it ain't happening.
I'm not saying it'll ever happen. I'm not saying it'll ever happen. I'm saying
I'll tell you
if
something. If he makes footballing decisions, and even if he gets them wrong, I'll be honest, the man made us. The reason why you're here, I'm here, Ed, Ronald, all of
Just
us.
so you know,
that's
Griggs,
fine though.
Griggs,
but
just so
it's
you
also-
know,
but it's
you
also a
don't
case
you
of,
don't lock Dumbledore.
bro. If he has making decisions such as, example, extending a coach not getting sacked after losing 5-0 to Liverpool because he used to play for him, that guy should not be allowed to be making footballing decisions. Fergie's the godfather of Man United personally, and he's an all-time legend.
But
he
he's
should
not the decision maker. He
He-
just gives
he has
his
influence.
voice and
He has
opinion.
influence, though.
Yeah.
But he has
No,
influence.
Busby
Bro,
had influence
okay,
on
wait,
Fergie.
Griggs,
Busby
wait,
stayed
no,
But
around
at some
for
wait,
point,
Fergie.
at some point,
wait,
you gotta
one
move,
second.
At some point,
One
you gotta
second,
move on from
Griggs.
the past.
So, Griggs, you tell me, Fabrizio Romano contacts you and tells you, I'm going to guide you to become the next big journalist. Are you not taking advice?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Are you not taking advice? You are taking advice. You're going to do what he says, or he tells you,
But there's a
even if you might
difference.
not agree.
But there's a difference, bro. If Fabrizio Romano's here in 50 years told me that, no, Fergie's methods of football are outdated. We are not in 2012 anymore. We are in 2023. And in the last decade,
Bro,
I'll
the
be
fact
honest
is,
with you,
you don't know, and I don't know what he says.
Some things, listen, I understand. Like, I always understand what you mean, but the way you come at it is very, very direct. and it's a very sensitive. With Sir Alex, anyways, he's very sensitive because
I know that's why I know it's a sensitive topic.
if
But
the new owners, this is factual. If the new owners come in, I promise you, they're not going off Fergie's decisions.
I hope they don't. That's what I'm saying with Fergie. I don't like Fergie having influence at the club right now because for me,
do I have an issue of the club seeking Fergie's advice? Absolutely not. Never. Till the day he's alive, there will never, ever, ever be an issue of Fergie having a say on the board. Ever.
Man should have the biggest statue.
I disagree with that
by
personally.
the way, guess what? Fergie could get 5 decisions out of 10 wrong. Now, today. But I know we have Ten Hag. It's okay. Ten Hag personally goes on having meals with him, tries to understand things, tries to gain his knowledge. At the end of the day, no matter how much football is modernized, modern motherfuckers cannot win a treble. Modern sons of bitches cannot win double-digit Premier League bullying straight. Modern guys cannot dictate football and find talent like Sir Alex Ferguson. They can't build teams. Modern football teams cannot build. Modern football managers or DOFs cannot build teams. So till today, until someone does that, Fergie's still the godfather in terms of football, let alone.
And also, Griggs, just answer this. Before the Barca game, who did EDH have dinner with?
No, stuff like that. I don't mind the dinners and everything, but there's like in terms of influential decisions.
Do you think they were talking about how good the pasta is over the dinner?
But I'm fine for taking advice going into a big game, for example, how you should approach that. That's fine. But I'm talking about decisions like transfers, major club decisions. Fergie has influence. And for me,
you can't blame Fergie for that.
No, the first thing I blame the Glazers just as much, but my solution to that is just not allowing him to be in the board. That's my first solution.
See, the thing is,
he should be allowed to
okay.
He should. Can I continue? Can I say my point?
Just hear me out.
Wait. Let Griggs say his point.
He should be allowed Old Trafford to go. He should be going to every game. That's fine. He deserves to be at every single game. But board level and going to the games is two different things. At board level, you have decision making. You have influence on that. And for me, he is not at the football has passed Fergie. It's out what he did for 30 years is great, but football is evolution, and football has evolutionized since Fergie has gone from football. Because if you look at his decisions towards the latter end of his career, the not signing Tevez, who do we sign? We signed Michael Owen at 35. That's terrible decision making. The ruining incident. Zaha, the Moyes appointment where he recommended that David Moyes. There are continuous decisions that Fergie has missed, and for me, he should be allowed to be a fan of the club. That's what he should be allowed to do. But on the board should be footballing men that are footballing men in 2023 that are at and also
I'll be honest.
Fergie's heart, and also Fergie, when he makes a decision, it's from his heart, and you should never be able to make football. You shouldn't be at that level at Man United at the top level on the board. You should not be making decisions from your heart. You got to be making them from your head. We are not some small club. We are Manchester United, because if you make decisions from the heart, it's how you end up with, example, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, permanent manager for 3 years. That's how you end up with situations like that.
And that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong, Griggs. Because the fact is, I can go to a man who has been loyal and who has built the club from ground up, right? I can go and I can ask him for a decision, for his opinion, and he can tell me as it is. From his heart, from his mind, from whatever works for him, he can tell me that. It's me as an owner of a club to go back, analyze that, and see how it might actually be in my favor. So I don't blame Alex Ferguson to actually go ahead and tell what needs to be done. It's the owners who should actually analyze it.
I'm not blaming him. I'm saying the Glazers are at fault for even listening to him. And the solution to that is just
but you're saying that he should not be near that. No, you can't.
In decision making, he shouldn't be near decision making. I will stand by that.
Let's ask the chat. What do you guys think between what Griggs has said and what do you guys think? Because Griggs is basically saying Fergie should not make footballing decisions in Manchester United, plain and simple.
But people say he doesn't. He does, right? Because he Murtaugh and them.
Final say.
He has major influence. It's factual because he's in that, what's it called, that Shark Tank thing that they have?
Wait, fast. Can we make a poll? Can we make a poll?
Just do it free.
That four-man Shark Tank thing.
You can't really poll this. It's not a yes or no. People might need to say a couple things.
Explain, okay.
Yeah, people might need to say a couple things. Do you guys think Fergie should not be making any football decisions in Manchester United, yes or no? My take is, and actually, before I give my take, let me go to Ed, because we've not asked Ed and Omo. Ed, where do you stand with what Griggs has said? And then we'll come to Omo.
No, like I was saying, yeah, I got no problem with Fergie having an influence, having conversations, giving his 2p if they ask him or whatever it may be, because at the end of the day, the man has helped build the modern version of our club to where it is today. So if you gotta sometimes go to the OGs to give you some guidance. Sometimes, you know what I mean, in all elements of the club, in all elements of football, you know what I mean. And like I said before, I know Ferguson was doing the same thing when Busby was still around. He was talking to my man. My man was definitely advising him. I've definitely read the stories about how certain players were, he talked to Busby about getting in before he brought in certain players. Like it's not a crazy thing that somebody who's done as much as they've done for the club, can influence things, isn't it? So yeah, I ain't got no problem with that. As long as they got final say, calm. But to have an influence, yeah.
All right, yeah. There's a difference between final say and thingy say. He can't have the final say anyways. Let's be honest, because it's Ten Hag. That's the club. Fergie needs to respect that more than anything, because Fergie understands what it's like being a manager as himself, and he understands where the club has been last few years. So he will give advice, and then the Shark Tank or whatever you call it will give the final verdict, and then Ten Hag.
He's in the Shark Tank though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said the thing is, at the end of the day, Ten Hag, the Shark Tank will come up with a decision. Ten Hag will have a decision. They will have to meet in the middle. That's how it will work. I hope that's how it's working. It looks like that's how it's working. Anthony, Casemiro, Malacia, Eriksson, Sabitzer. These are signings that look like it's working. So I don't think Fergie is having the last say. If Fergie was having the last say, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, Ronaldo would have taken a penalty yesterday and not Wout Weghorst. So Fergie, as much as we can...
I have a counter argument for that. Who's the reason Ronaldo came back in the first place?
Fergie, correct.
Exactly.
But then who's the reason why Ronaldo left? It's Ten Hag. So there's a counter for that as well. What Fergie did is gave us the last bit of celebration for Ronaldo. We had a decent time with Ronaldo. I'm not going to go down and look at the negatives, because you can look at it all day long. It's always about look at the positives and move on. Let's go to Omo where he stands. We'll go to Football Power, then I'll give my verdict. Go on, Omo.
My thing is real quick. Like, listen, Fergie could say whatever he want to say, be an advisor. The only thing is at the final stand, like, what are you going to do? Like the same thing as a president for any country. Like, you're going to have people that are against you and people that's with you, but you got to make the final decision at the end. And that's how the club should be moving. But also, there's a Glazers in there. And also, he's part of the reason why we have... He's not in prison for the Avram and other Glazers, but he's the reason why we had Daddy Glazers over them. But still, they got to hear what he says, then make your own decision. You got to make the final decision. Don't make him the only final decision. Like, for example, if Fergie say, hey, I want to bring Neymar to the club, and Eric Ten Hag said, I don't want him, then the club got to make a decision as in what's good for the club. I think he doesn't have to be the final say. It could just be like another option, like another open ear they could listen to.
Ed, sorry, not Ed. Football Power Hour, where do you stand?
Yeah. So it's on the obviously you'd be denying yourself a wealth of experience and knowledge if you do not consult Fergie when you're making a footballing decision, a major footballing decision in the organization. But at the same time, I just thought about it. I was like, oh no, we had also David Moyes as well, and when you look at where Moyes is right now,
guys, just to add salt, as much as I can do one, I can do the other. I can go yin and yang. Fergie wanted Poch. Let's not forget. Go on.
Hey, Fergie wanted Pep, though. Hey, go all the way back. Fergie wanted Pep. He had dinner with Pep.
Yeah. So the same way you said that Fergie wanted Pep. Oh, sorry, Fergie wanted Poch, right?
Yeah.
He said that statement. A decision was made. They analyzed it, and they did not go with it. So the same way, his word is not the final verdict. He is not Al Pacino over there. That whatever he says, you have to do.
Football Power, are you done with your take?
So I mean, that's pretty much. I guess. Ronald Jacob kind of just said, a little bit of what I was gonna say is that, like, at the end of the day, if the final say, for me, a major footballing decision has to be democratic, and there has to be it doesn't have to be one person making sure that, like, it's not a dictatorship, but you also need to consult all the wise heads that you can get. And Fergie, you need him around the table of discussion all day.
All right, here's my 2 pence. I'm gonna go a bit deep with this. The cigar, as much as it's made me waffle sometimes, it's also given me some wisdom. This is the beauty of the cigar. As much as Fergie has brought in the Glazers, Fergie might be the reason why the Glazers leave. Let's be honest. If there is anybody who would listen to a single word of anyone on earth, the Glazers would at least open their ears to Ferguson. Ferguson might really understand at this point that, look, the club is done. It's really done. Ronaldo's interview, the losses, the managers, the players, the Woodward-esque, it's done. And he might have told the Glazers, because it's an if, but, and maybe. I'm going with the maybe. I think he said to the Glazers, lads, sell up. What we did, we created history that will never be written again. Well done to us, whatever. I brought you in, you helped me, whatever it is, but it's time to go. And when it's time to go, it's time to go. Not one single fan has actually brought that up. Everybody said Ronaldo was the reason. Not everybody, sorry, I apologize. A lot of people said Ronaldo might be the reason why Glazers are shook or whatever. But I have a theory, and I've never mentioned it until today because it got brought up today. I have a theory that Fergie pulled the Glazers and said, listen, sons of bitches, it's time to go. And I think the Glazers at that point said, okay, because they would listen to Fergie. If they'd listen to anyone, it's Fergie. Second, if any of you create history with a business, with a platform, with anything, there will be a time when you're done. You have to. There will be. But you all know, deep down inside in your heart, if you create something, it will always be yours. No, until the day you die, it will be yours. Until the day Fergie dies, if he really wants, and by the way, if it's Glazers in the ownership, if it's Qatar, this is totally different. They will respect Fergie, but they will not listen to his decisions. But until the Glazers are here, Fergie has the keys to any door of Manchester United. End of discussion. Whether we like it or not, this is the fundamental, whether we like it or not, Ferguson, Sir Alex Ferguson owns this club till the day he dies. If he says, sack this guy, buy this guy, and he just says it, my decision, what are you going to do about it? As sad as it sounds, what are you going to do? I made this club. I brought you in, the owners. I made history. I made Ronaldo. I made Scholes. I made Beckham. I made the treble. I made the Premier Leagues. Nobody competes. There is not a human being that comes in the same sentence as me. In the same sentence. Nobody comes in the same sentence. If I say burn this place, burn it until the day I'm alive. Nothing good. If the owners change, 100%, 100 million percent total different. 100. NJ, you are right. We can't operate like this. I know. But you can't do. I made this. This is mine. I made it. I'm alive. What are you going to do? Step over me? You're going to step over what I create? No, you're not. No, you're not. I say burn this, you burn it now. You burn it. I made this, by the way. It's mine. I made this. You were nobody before I brought you in. The last owners, I got rid of them. Reference, the last owners, I got rid of them. And this owners, I can get rid of them. Sir Alex can get rid of them. Don't forget this. I was the one. Manchester United was owned by someone else. I had beef with them. I said to the middle finger to them, I brought the Glazers in. So I can I can let the Glazers go. This is facts. Nobody can argue with me on this. And if I say burn this thing, do what I say, or give Weghorst a contract, give Phil Jones a contract, I decide. Give. By the way, Fergie did not even consult the Glazers when he brought Moyes in. This is factual information. If anybody doesn't know this, I recommend. Excuse me. I recommend go and watch David Moyes' podcast with Stephen Bartlett, and David Moyes says nobody knew. He told me I'm going to be the manager. That is the end of discussion. So actually, ladies and gentlemen, Fergie did start our downfall. This is true. This is true. Fergie appointed Moyes. He didn't appoint nobody. Jose Mourinho could have been the option, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah,
Mourinho
he couldn't. He took a job at Chelsea.
He did. But Pep could have been an option.
He also no. To be fair to Sir Alex, he interviewed 4 people before Moyes.
Yeah.
Klopp.
He said, Moyes, you're the manager. Moyes himself didn't have a decision. This is Sir Alex Ferguson, the greatest human being to be in football, period. You cannot. If he says something, I'm sorry about it. The day he's alive, my DNA, I got to do what he says. Once he's rest in peace, and I hope that day isn't anytime near, because I want him many years. I hope nobody can disrespect him. Nobody does, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, I hope the Qataris come. I believe the way Sir Alex and my theories. Sometimes it's so hard that it doesn't go through people's head. But the way I think Sir Alex got rid of the previous owners, I think is the way that Sir Alex is going to work, or doing something behind the scenes to get rid of the Glazers. Maybe it comes out in 2-3 years' time and I'll be vindicated. You guys will remember this stream. But if he really puts his step down under the Glazers, I'm sorry, man. My DNA can't say no to Sir Alex Ferguson. If he says fucking do this, I'm gonna shut up and do it. This is his club, man.
He's had like 15 years to get rid of him, though. It's never looked like he ever wanted.
So Faz, you're saying that Ronaldo might have actually consulted or asked Sir Alex before he did the interview with Pierce.
Yes. Thank you for
that. You do realize that that changes the whole game. That changes the opinion for a lot of people.
Listen, this is Cristiano Ronaldo. When he won the Champions League with Real Madrid, he hugged Sir Alex Ferguson. This is Cristiano Ronaldo, who said, my father is dead, but I've got Sir Alex Ferguson, who's my father.
Can I say something about this, though? Ronaldo didn't consult George Mendes about the interview, and George Mendes has been his longtime friend, longer than Sir Alex Ferguson.
He's gone. He's fired him as well.
But Fergie, first of all, would have not approved that interview, because that's a crazy interview to approve of. That's crazy, because Fergie would never allow a player to talk down on the manager. But then again, what Faz just said does make sense, because has Ronaldo not had issues with Perez? He has. Has Ronaldo not had issues with anyone else in his career? He has. He's never spoken ill about anyone.
Yeah, I am saying, look at the bigger picture more than anything. Ronaldo didn't speak down on a manager in terms of a manager. He spoke down on Ralph Rangnick, who's not a manager.
No, with the Ten Hag thing. Ten Hag was a current manager. Sir Alex would have never allowed that. If he's the guy that we all think he is, of course.
He felt disrespected by Ten Hag. The fact is, if we're going really deep with it, did Ronaldo ask Sir Alex of every question and every opinion and every thought? No. Did he say, Gaffer, I'm thinking
I just think this is way too much. Like, this sounds like fan fiction. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe. Maybe.
I can believe he gave him a heads up before.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe give him a heads up, but I don't think him and Sir Alex Ferguson even talked about what's gonna happen. Around what I just said, I'm doing an interview. Whatever happens,
We'll never know. But we'll never know unless it comes out sometime. But I think maybe Sir Alex had an inkling of it. Maybe, because this is his son. Unless he didn't, then I'm proven wrong. I'm happy, no problem. But maybe he did, because let's not forget, ever since that fucking interview, this Qatari shit has gone madness. This is just timeline facts. This is not Ronaldo got the Qataris. No, this is just timeline facts, right? Maybe Sir Alex said, you know what? Like I said against, burn it. But if it means doing a little bit of this and then a little bit of that and then a little bit of this to get rid of the Glazers, burn it. Because at the end of the day, Sir Alex has nothing but the most best intentions for this club. This is nobody can add.
And even
if that
when
means,
we won the cup,
if
guys,
that means
to add, sorry,
burn to rebuild, Ronaldo, do it. Because Ten Hag is going to stay. People move on from it. Ronaldo said a couple of things about Ten Hag. Ten Hag is here. Don't fucking matter. Ten Hag's going to get a new contract. Don't fucking matter. But what matters is the bigger picture. It's always the bigger picture. Glazers are going to leave. That's the bigger picture. Look at it that if you look at it this way and look at it that way, it's still a hand, but it's two different perspectives. Listen, I have a famous saying that I made. I call it, you have to crack an egg to fry an egg. Remember that. And on that note, thank you very, very much, all of you. It's been very nice. It's been a fantastic stream. It gets deep. We like to go deep here, and it's good. Final June 3rd. We've got Tottenham next. I know my theories are wild, but I love my theories for what they are and how it is. Big up Scott for joining, but we are actually ending the stream, Scott. I do apologize. We are ending the stream. Hopefully you can join on the next one. But yeah, on we go. It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. But listen, as much as you guys think this is crazy or whatever, I promise you, I have heard some crazy stories in football just in general. I mean, Danny Simpson said a referee told him during a game that I want Leicester to win the league, so I'm not going to give the card. I'm telling you, what you think I'm saying is crazy, sometimes it's not. It's not. I hope one day I'm vindicated, not because to feed my ego, but to just prove the point that football has some crazy shit. There is some crazy shit about Phil Jones. We just don't know. We really just don't know. But
well, it was his decision, Ferguson's. So
it was Ferguson. Yes, that's correct. It was. We don't know. We don't know. In football, the craziness that happens. People have people's secrets. People have people's, everybody has a skeleton on someone somewhere. But like I say, man, you have to crack an egg to fry an egg. Faz's famous quotes, man. But yeah,
That's
big up everyone.
Let's go fry Tottenham now.
And let's go fry
Tottenham. The chicken now.
Yeah, let's go fry Tottenham. But big up to you all, man. I really appreciate the stream. Thank you everybody for joining. Love and guidance as always. And we'll come back and do the Tottenham preview in a few days. But yeah, thank you all. Take care. Peace, love, and guidance. And the cigar was nice, man. FA Cup final, we're coming. Peace, everyone.